Hey, what's up, Carpoolers? This is Alex right here. This is probably the most I'll be talking in this episode. This is episode 100, part 2. And in this part, we go take a deep dive into like how people have lasted the last 2 years, what it's been like for them. And we go deep into like COVID-19 territory where we talk about that and debating and science. And we get so many points of view in this episode that I'm literally just sitting there just laughing at how great the debate is. And you got so many people's opinions clashing against one another, but it's so awesome to hear everybody, and in the end we're all still friends, and in a heartbeat I'll have all these people back in another episode. Let us just give us a listen. I'm sure you'll be smiling and hearing some of these episodes, but yeah, give us a like, subscribe, whatever, and I hope you're enjoying this episode, whatever, in the car, out the car, wherever you are. Thank you so much for listening. All right, enjoy the episode.
I think for us, it's just been sick, our time that we spent together, and not rushing into marriage and not rushing into kids or anything like that, because it's like, I don't know, there's no responsibility, and then we get to just fucking turn up and do whatever we want. We went with Dominic to Coachella 3 fucking years in a row, there was literally weekends in my life, because my job would have me always traveling, that I was like, we're in Lake Tahoe with some friends. I'm in Vegas for work. Oh, and I'm meeting Dominic in Coachella. How many days has this been? 7. You're like, fuck, bro, I'm drained as fuck. So I think these last couple of years in COVID, staying home has really been like, we have to focus on each other, And so, like, things that we did was, like, we went camping. We went camping for 5 days.
And you pitched a tent. Nice.
You don't pitch a tent?
Hell yeah. All the time.
There you go, Bobby for apples.
You go, Bobby for apples.
I just think, like, she's my travel partner, Like, we get to travel the world together and experience amazing things. And, I wouldn't want to do it with anybody else. I think one of the things that's so important about COVID is just like, once it hit, we were like, wow, I can't believe that we really can't travel the world like we used to. And it's a little sad, but hey man, fuck COVID. We're almost through with this shit,
It's over.
It doesn't exist in Florida. You know what I'm saying? In Florida, it never happened. But I just feel like that's one of the reasons that you have to live every moment at its fullest. Because there's a long time where we had to quarantine from each other, and I couldn't even see that guy.
Oh god.
And they're inseparable.
What's that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I remember one time I budged and I was like, fine, Dom can come over, but you guys have to wear masks and go in the yard. Like, that's how strict I was.
Oh yeah, in the beginning, y'all were super tough on it, and
It could be a whole different podcast if I would have gone open about this.
Shit, man. The Zoom life was tough, bro. Yeah, I mean...
Joyce loves when I come over. I make it fun.
I make it fun.
She treated you like a pet.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can play in the yard.
But on the play date.
6 feet apart.
I'll go around
I think COVID, just to sum up, like, I think COVID just kind of made us see, like, that we're important to each other, and, like, I think our family is important, and we got our dog, and, like, our mom, our mom now, I guess. My mom moved in with us.
Yeah.
Because of COVID, so, like, I think it just kind of put things in perspective and, like, what's important.
It's like family is very important, Mm-hmm. You don't know how long you have them. And so it's like with COVID, it's like, damn, bro, people are really getting sick and people are really dying across the world. So it's like, really hold the people that you like dear,
Yeah. I'm sorry, but it's sniggering over here.
Oh,
Stormy, Norman, and Dominic.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, I heard everything they said.
No, of course.
I was paying
Well,
attention.
what did they say?
They were saying that he was...
Oh. But anyway, what has COVID changed for you?
For me,
Yeah.
it's been very inconvenient. Not much. Not much, though. I didn't change anything. I wore a mask when I was required to, and that was it. I didn't get COVID for 2 years. But then, conveniently,
Oh, you got it?
3 weeks Or no, I got it on the 27th of December or 28th of December because my job said if I didn't have it by the 31st that I was going to basically be on a 30-day suspension until the shot.
What?
Oh, the
And
shot.
so,
I thought you said
hold on. It gets better.
What?
So I get my shot, and then 3 weeks later I get COVID. So now it's over for me. Okay, I'm invincible. I have the antibodies. I thought they said 90 days. They can't make up their mind. Okay, this shit is.
I agree.
This can turn into a political debate all day. I probably should leave.
I don't know. What struck me the other day, I seen like a kid in Kenya, like in Africa, and they were like,
I know where that is, bro.
I seen a video, and they were talking about like how like the vaccine discrepancy in America, and they were like, I can't for them because they don't have access to healthcare like how we do. They don't have access to the technology that we do, and they were like, I can't believe like the people in America there's they have access to all these things that
and
we
people don't want
to improve their lives. And like for us, we have people here but dying of measles and polio, like shit that Americans don't have to deal with, and like they're being selfish and they don't want to take these vaccines that they have available to them, and we don't even have that guy. They're like, I wish we had that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, like that shit kind of struck me a little bit. I was like, I feel like. In some sense, some people are being kind of selfish because they're like, they don't want someone else, like the government, to tell them what to do. Like, they don't want someone to tell them, like, oh, you got to take this vaccine.
That's
what I'm saying?
That's the whole point.
I feel like I understand the religious aspect. Like, some people are religious, like Muslim or whatever, and like they don't believe in that shit. But then some people, they really just like they don't want someone else telling them, like, oh, you need to take this vaccine.
Well, it's not that.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a matter of you don't want the government to force you because
But you are
once you
forced
let
to
them,
take vaccines
because
already.
you are
like polio.
but they're also things that have been proven over years, over decades. They've been refined, they've been proven. There's things that they've taken away. Their technologies advanced.
But no one has problems when they're born getting like all these like the Tdap, like all these fucking vaccines when you're like 1 to 5.
And how long have those been out?
Probably for like 20 years or whatever. But still like
because the last time that there was an epidemic was when?
40s.
Exactly. So which is exactly the
But I
same
think it's about trusting
that everything was
it's about trusting
to get shots.
the government. Like some people have so much distrust in the government that they think they're out like to harm you or whatever.
The government's not that smart.
I don't think for me personally, I think it's not about like for me the only reason I didn't want to get it is because it's kind of like why are you forcing it so hard? You should be able
because we want to stop it.
But let me ask you this:
Okay.
with everybody getting it, with everybody getting the shot or the majority or whatever, everyone that's gotten it has still been able to get it and spread the virus. So it's not stopping it. That's the thing. And then what they're doing is they're still.
It's supposed to help you with the symptoms.
Right.
The people in the hospital
So they say, right?
Doctors and nurses, they are too overwhelmed.
But it has a 99-point-something percent recovery rate, right?
The data has shown it's not
are
about
just
the spread.
too under
It's
so
about
much
the
stress.
severity of
They
the
need
symptoms. And the data
to
has
relieve
shown
it.
that the severity of like the people that have had the COVID shot and people who don't, and like the difference in the data of people that have died or have been hospitalized is significantly different. Like significantly, it's not about the spread. Like anyone can spread that shit, but it's about the severity of like how like we can recover whatever, but say like our grandparents, they may not be able to bounce back.
And well, just so that you know what my whole point is, it's not about I don't want to take the vaccine, I shouldn't have to take it, whatever. It's more about once you start letting the government dictate what you can and can't do. It becomes a slippery slope.
But they're already doing that.
Exactly. Why? Because it's been allowed to happen.
Well,
and what you're not seeing, and what I'm noticing is everyone that has this view has a very small, has very little knowledge of history.
Yeah.
And when you have a little bit of small knowledge of history, you're not seeing the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is some people are scared to lose rights. Sure. It's not about the vaccine, it's the principle of being forced. And that's it. I'm not saying I'm against the science. Yeah, for all I know, what you're saying, those facts, that's real.
I would say the reason why I'm not there is because I took it, and most of us here had took it before the government forced us. Like, we were like, oh, give me the shot. Before the government even forced us, like a year later, we were like, we wanted the shot because we wanted to be vaccinated. We trusted the system. We trusted medical advice. And so we were like, oh, we don't need no one else to force us. We're like, give me that shit. Like, let's take it, you know? And you're like, you know, like someone's forcing it upon you. So, and other people, and so like they feel different.
When they go,
The only reason they're forcing it is because people don't want to take it.
And why can't they just not take it?
Because nobody would if
let me just real quick.
Mm-hmm.
If you take the vaccine,
yes, I already took it.
Right, great, me too. You know.
Okay, great. Yeah.
So if you take it and it's supposed to stop the severity of your symptoms, if you get COVID, then why does it matter to you if I don't get it?
Because it's about empathy. Because
you got the vaccine, you're protected against the symptoms. Why does it matter for me?
Because
still carry it to someone else.
Can I know
right.
No, again, it's about, for me, it's about empathy.
So you can as well if you're vaccinated, right?
I see a lot of people. I see a lot of people going to the hospital. Firsthand, we've seen family members that have gone to the hospital and didn't make it through. It's sad. It sucks. You don't want to see other people go through this pain.
Right.
I
agree. And I'm with you on
see so
that.
many, like, these people with COVID that don't have the shot. They go to the hospital. They don't wear a mask. They don't do anything. They're intense symptoms. They go to the hospital and they spread it even more. So these doctors, these nurses, everybody that's there to help everybody, that are there for 12 to 18 hours a day with no break. They need a break. They want to go to their families. They want to be safe. I want to be safe. There is a baby that we just spoke about that I take care of. I have to serve people now that don't wear a mask, which scares the shit out of me. Yeah, I'm vaccinated, and thank God I'm like, I'll be okay. Knock on wood, hopefully I will be okay. But he won't be. If he, God forbid, he gets it. He's not vaccinated. He can't. I don't even want to think about it.
I think that's why we've all decided, like in our family, whether it was sold to us in one way or another, we just want to be able to protect ourselves and be able to protect him. Like, God forbid that
kind of like
we do something like that. I
know.
Again, my mom, she's older. She could be high risk. His mom is high risk, so we did it for that matter.
Right. And just for that, just so you know, I actually really do agree with you on that, because my niece has special needs and she can't get the vaccine. So all her siblings, her mom and dad, got the vaccine. I stayed away because I was still kind of trying to wait it out a little bit. I was going to get it. When they pushed the mandate, it kind of pisses me off, because now you're saying we have to get it, but yet let me tell you, they all got the vaccine, they got COVID, and they all recovered. So my thing is this: if it's not stopping you from getting it, and it's not stopping you from spreading it, why force it on somebody who doesn't want something that just was released right after the virus was?
Some people don't think like you. They don't think, well, it's only been almost 3 yees. Some people just say, if not most,
some people are incredibly selfish.
I've noticed certain people want to be oppressed the way some of us are. And they do not want to they want to fight they want to fight because they don't want to put a napkin over their goddamn faces. They don't like it. So a lot of people, at first, I was like, oh, yeah, it is scary putting chemicals, like I'm not drinking right now. It is scary to get something injected into you that's only been in the process of being made for about 1.5 months, actually. It is scary, but I'm so thankful I have it now, because I've never felt more safer in the beginning. Well, whatever. But it's just...
I will say
precaution.
That like vaccines have been around for so long, and it's not like you have to create a vaccine from like scratch every time.
True.
It's like there's already like a template, for example. of a vaccine, so you just have to change it like a little bit to fit
strands.
each virus. So it's not like they're creating a vaccine from
Scratch.
from the beginning.
Yeah, and it's
COVID
not
hasn't
straight.
been around. Like,
What about the companies making them? Like the pharmaceutical companies making these vaccines, the government is telling them to make the vaccines, and if they're making the vaccines and they're not going to be effective, why are they held accountable for the vaccines that they made? Moderna, Pfizer, you know.
There's a lot of batches that were
If-
fucked up.
Yeah.
If they're
A lot
the
of-
ones that made the vaccines, so instead of blaming just blaming the government, you know, why can't we question, you know, the pharmaceutical companies that are making these vaccines? Like,
Say that again. I'm sorry.
But
because they're major farmers. They're like.
yeah, they're the ones that made the vaccines, or they're the ones giving us the vaccines. So if the vaccines aren't supposedly working, so then, you know, what's up with them?
Right.
Well, then they must be doing something wrong.
I think it's kind of
honestly.
like the flu. I mean, we take
I
flu
think
shots,
vaccines
and
but they're
I can't
But not
speak-
everybody.
they're optional.
No, I can't speak
No.
for shit
Yeah.
about
Oh,
like
yeah.
medicine and stuff because I'm not educated. But it's like, I get your point. I get where you're coming from. I get your point. But
yeah, I
it's
get
a
your
personal
point too. I'm not
choice
saying I
at the
don't
end of
get
the
it.
day.
Yeah.
My thing, like how he's saying, right? Why aren't we pushing it onto the pharmaceutical companies if it's not as effective as it's been promised? Why? My thing is, why are we pushing it on the government? Because the government's pushing it on us. So, and there's no accountability. Nobody's pushing back. And what you're saying is the people that are like, I want to fight for this right. What you're not seeing is if it becomes a slippery slope, and it starts to become.
It's
like,
been
think
a
about it.
slippery slope.
It is. It has been, and through years, and then more and more with 9/11, with this and that. And I'm just saying, if you think about history, if you see what how certain societies crumble, if you see how that starts, you see why people are concerned about it now. That's all I'm really saying. I'm not trying to say the vaccine
hard to
the
trust.
vaccine doesn't work and oh fuck that. No. I think it's legit. I just didn't necessarily want to get it once it was okay. Well, now you're not going to be able to get income, so you're going to lose your job. You're going to lose all this because we want you to inject this. And it's like it should be like the flu shot. I mean, now they're saying now they've changed their tone. Okay, well, it looks like we're just going to have to live with it.
See,
And it's like, okay, it'll get masks off, and everyone's still kind of like, oh, well, they put such a scare in. It's like people don't want to really take the mask off. People want to, it doesn't protect. The cloth masks all of a sudden don't protect you against the newest strand. And it's like, everything's changing. I get it that the virus is changing, but because everything is been so inconsistent and people aren't lining up with the same facts, and because we've also are being lied to by our own government, by the media, whatever, certain things are being pumped up, certain things are being suppressed. It's kind of like there is a major distrust, and I think that it's not uncalled for. I think that it's legit, and I think that there's going to come a time where we'll be grateful that people did stand up, because, I mean, if you're paying attention to what's happening in Canada, they're saying that these people stopping the trucks are incredibly selfish. They just want the option. Most of them, what did they say? 90% of them are vaccinated. So what's the problem? They just don't want to be forced to do it. And I agree with that. We shouldn't be forced to do that.
But
It should be an option. I don't think the government works for us, not the other way around.
Yeah. I just think it should have been long before that. I feel like people should want to, but I mean, at the end of the day, people.
Yeah, but this concept of the government works for us, that was in the the
Yeah, and they've gotten mad with power.
Yeah,
as far as the medical system, I trust the medical system.
I don't even trust the medical system.
I would rather trust the medical system.
I'd rather, as far as
I would rather trust the medical system.
Really trust them now.
As far as I
they're
think it's
telling
corrupt
us
in a
we
sense
don't have
where
to wear them.
paying for pharmaceutical shit. I think that can be corrupt, but as far as the product, I don't think that's corrupt. That's what I think.
Bro, did you not just see the documentary on nurses right now that they're understaffed because hospitals
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the medicine. I'm not talking about the staff. I'm not talking about the price
Every
of
time.
the
The money
product.
is
I'm
shit.
saying, yeah, I agree.
You like this?
Any aspect of
But I'm
It's
saying,
good.
as far
Conversation
as
is great.
the actual
I'm just so glad I'm not the
medicine
only
that
one.
you're receiving, I don't think that's correct.
So I work for one of these three mentioned companies right now in a different division.
The devil!
In a different
Oh, the
division.
devil herself!
Hey, I work for China, so
I'm just kidding.
shit.
Different division. Also in their research department. So we, these.
She has a mic.
These scientists.
Mark.
They're trying to create something to fight like diseases. We personally don't work with the viruses, but I was just talking to one of the scientists, and a certain product, if we purchased it from somebody else rather than making it in house, a certain product product costs $10,000 to make, and that's just one of those.
Mm-hmm.
So
one vial?
Just one sample.
Okay. Yeah.
Why so expensive? Jesus.
Because they're exploiting.
It's capitalism.
It's
Because
a lot.
capitalism, exactly.
For research companies, yeah. It's hard.
Yeah, so it's like, it's expensive, so it ends up, everyone else takes the cost, and like that's what I guess, I don't know, but it's just
You come a long way from Planet Fitness.
From Planet Fitness.
She was a lot more.
You want a catering? You want
sorry.
Carpool, to clarify, I work at Planet Fitness and she used to be a receptionist. And Storm and Norman used to come up and hit on her.
You don't have to call her out.
Yeah, like I was telling Brian, like I know the system as far as like the pricing of pharmaceuticals is so corrupt and it's hella fucked up in America. But as far as like the product that you're getting, I don't think that's corrupt. Like as far as medicine, I think it's pretty good as far as.
I don't agree with that.
From what
I don't agree with that.
From where we've been to where we are now,
You'd have to be in other countries to understand how poor it is in other places to understand what the quality is here.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that the quality is bad. I'm just saying to say that the medical, well, maybe not medical. Okay, maybe it's more pharmaceutical. But things like cancer would be cured, right? Instead of just treated. Right.
But that's where the money
we are advanced.
That's what I'm saying. Not the treatment. I'm saying that's where the money comes in because people who have money, they may be able to beat it over those who don't.
Magic Johnson.
You know what I'm saying? That's where the money comes. But I'm saying as far as like the actual medicine and that's not corrupt. But as far as like who gets that shit,
the science behind the actual pills is not corrupt.
But
who gets the pills?
Yeah.
it's all about the money.
Tina's got one.
Yeah.
No, but whoever
right.
ends up financing it, they learn of this science first. So on a unrelated to pharmaceuticals, like the gasoline companies, Chevron knew about gas being terrible for the environment, but they ended up having their own scientists pushing, oh, it's not bad for the environment. This it's great, And this was back in like the 70s,
Well,
So
we should talk about insulin.
Pharmaceuticals is probably similar. Like maybe they do have a natural cure for cancer.
Well, this also goes back to statistics. I fucking love numbers, and the worst thing about numbers is that based off the way that you present it, anything can be true.
Mm-hmm. And that's
capitalism.
Thank you for saying that. That's yes. Anything.
Because science, you don't put your opinion into that paper.
It's a fact.
It's literally a fact, and you can use that fact however you please. And so
you can spin it.
So news outlets,
I told you not to burp my way.
Whichever one or the other.
I smell that shit.
So a lot of Trump supporters are like they don't want socialism, they want capitalism. Because
socialism ends up becoming.
But at the same time, capitalism, you get all this fucking like the high priced pharmaceuticals. That's capitalism. They're trying to make the most money possible. They don't give a fuck about who can afford that shit. They're just like fuck it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But all the fucking the lower class people, they're like fuck socialism, fuck socialism. I'm like, bro, that's gonna help your ass, bro.
Right.
That's
but
gonna
the thing is that what you also think,
right now,
what you're also not thinking of is socialism sounds great. It sounds fantastic, but it always turns into communism. And the problem, yes,
that's a stretch.
And
that's a stretch.
The fact, think about it. Think about it. How not? So let me tell you. So we all put our money in a pot, and Alex is the government. Okay. And we're trusting Alex.
No.
Hold on.
You're giving the example of communism.
Go
back to socialism.
Hold on. You didn't even let me finish. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
America will never be like a pure socialist. Like maybe it has socialism aspects, but it will never be just purely socialist.
I'm not done. You guys
You
shut up. And no, I'm not talking about communism. What
You
I'm
literally
saying,
just
hold
said
on
that.
1 second. 1 second. There's a thing on your paycheck, and it says tax, federal and state. That's the pot I'm talking about. I'm not saying all your money. I'm not saying all your income. Taxes. That's what we're doing. We're trusting him to disperse that, right? Now we turn into a socialism, right? So now we're paying a little bit more because he's going to need a little bit more to make sure we all have
less because the billionaire motherfuckers are paying on our level.
Oh yeah, in a perfect world. You think about where we're at right now. Do you honestly think that the top 1% is going to contribute way more just because? No, it's going to come from us.
No, so this is where perspective on taxes comes in, because you think that it's based off of, you know, the what is it, my W-2 form, this is how I'm getting paid. Rich motherfuckers don't worry about that shit at all.
No. They got investments.
There is manipulations
they go
in the banks and manipulations in the financial structure that you can use to avoid taxes.
Loopholes.
So for us to be thinking that socialism or communism or capitalism, rich people don't give a fuck, bro.
They're pretty much exempt from this.
Yes.
It's a working class, us, people like us. And what people see is a trend. Okay, and it's in history. And the thing is that now we're trusting Alex, right? Alex is our government. He's going to take all our tax and make sure that
he gives great bear hugs.
They're warmer than cheese,
and he tends to like the younger women. But he's going to make sure that it's evenly dispersed so that, you know, if someone's making a little bit more money than the next person, everything's supplemented, right? Okay, now we're saying, okay, well, these people deserve more. And it's gonna take more out of everyone's paycheck to contribute to that, right? So it's gonna keep evolving. That's gonna keep happening, right? And then what's gonna end up happening is, because we want these socialist things, I'm not saying socialism is bad. I think it's good. However, it's a slippery slope. So what ends up happening is then now you're gonna have him in control, and this is what's happening now. Everything's gonna flip to where he's telling us, instead of us telling him, hey, disperse this evenly so we all get an even piece of the pie, he's going to be like, okay, no, that's not going to work. And we're not going to know what he's doing with our money, right? So then what's going to end up happening eventually is he's going to have the control and we're not going to have the control.
See, but this is where
we don't have control right now. Do you know where our money goes to right now?
Okay, go.
That's the point I'm making. That is the exact point I'm making.
No, I know that.
It's a slippery slope.
Can I give you guys
we're
a
asking.
This has nothing to do with like all that other stuff you're talking about. But like as far as like free healthcare, because you know that's been like a big issue in like our country for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like we talk about, oh, Canada has free healthcare.
Stupid taxes.
And like all these other, and like
stupid.
And like all these
everywhere
other,
has
Because it has to come from somewhere.
But all these other European countries, like, you know, they have
The money be
they
coming
have free
about.
healthcare, and we're like, why isn't America? America's like one of the most like
Because America doesn't have stupid taxes.
But
like
you know
that.
what? It's a big factor that some people talk about, but not a lot of people. Is that a lot of our tax money goes to the military, because our military presence around the world is greater than anyone else, and we have bases all over the world. And
That's how you stay number one, bro.
Yeah, that's how you keep everyone in check.
But at the same time, yes,
But
I
no,
understand that,
you don't
but
keep anybody.
Somewhat.
like, because we have a significant like value to like a lot of countries around the world, like maintaining
Trading.
presence, maintaining trade, maintaining order, all this shit.
For
and
now.
like we get that, but we take on a big role, and that's why a lot of people can't see like, why can't we have fucking free healthcare? Because a lot of our fucking tax dollars is going to fucking military, billions of dollars. Like we don't have this extra
people
money
don't
to
see the
throw
importance
into
of that.
You know, I mean, at the same time, it's kind of hard because I don't know all the other shit, but at the same time, it's like it's difficult for like someone like me. I'm like, why do we need to have all that presence in all these countries? Like all these countries, we have military bases everywhere. I get it for our safety, but at the same time, it's like it's hard to accept because it's like
My mom said that.
we're suffering too at the expense of like all the military presence that we have in all these countries. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know, people don't understand, like, that's where our fucking tax money, that's where a lot of our money is going to.
That's the majority of it, right?
That's why we can't have, you know, like Canada, you know, all these other European countries, they have small bases. Like, they don't have that kind of presence like we do in America.
And it
Like,
is,
yeah, we pay billions of dollars, and it's crazy.
what I was gonna say, just add on, was that like for the military, like, you know, if they get a certain amount of money every year, or whatever, if they don't use it, they lose it. And so
That's how everybody is, though. Even the school districts are like that.
So obviously, but
Yep.
with the amount of money that they get, they end up getting all these little toys, all these like freaking robo dogs, like all these like extra stuff, and they gotta make sure they keep their money, and like that extra money could go back. But
Did you guys know that a lot of the police's income or money tax that they're getting from us is just for lawsuits?
Have y'all seen the police cars? The Tesla police
Teslas?
cars?
That's what they bring my house.
They're my
Wait,
house.
they got Teslas?
Wait, have you guys seen After Party?
No.
No, okay, it's on HBO, but it's kind of funny, just like a little quick thing. They like, you haven't seen it?
I know.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
heard they
they have
ran out of battery
Teslas.
on a chase one time.
Shut up.
It's not good.
No way.
Yeah. Chase?
Not him, but like
his buddy.
Somebody.
somebody on the Tesla.
That's true. Eventually, it'll just come.
Yeah.
How fast can a Tesla go though? I just-
Oh.
They go.
Light speed, right?
The highest trim goes like pretty damn fast.
Yeah, bro.
The P90
Well, how
is
fast? You have
battery, like,
I mean, so
How
mine
fast
goes
can you go though?
mine
Oh,
goes 0 to
there's
60 in
different
fucking like 3.5
Yeah,
seconds,
but how
bro.
fast can you?
Wait,
hit
Joyce.
it?
One- 135.
Okay.
Joyce knows. I hit fucking 90 on Lido, bro. Shit. That shit was hella fast. But only for like a second
Cut
because
that out,
because
you know.
it nah, hell no.
This is not like an ad for Tesla, by the way.
And this is not
So-
incriminating woman.
Tesla. But this hour brought to you by Tesla.
What I did want to say about taxes real quick is, you know, that's why a lot of people move to a different state. I mean, you have to be understanding of where the situation is, how things are evolving, and what is best for your life.
Right.
Unfortunately, that may mean to move to a different state. I mean, is life fair? No. No one in any country has ever said, oh my God, life is fair. And unfortunately, we're stuck in the little system that they forced us in. But if you believe that California is already going to make a different swing from either not being socialist to being, more conservative with their money, they're not. That's why people move to Texas. That's why Tesla's moving to Texas. That's why big companies and everything is moving to Texas. And everybody who's in Texas is like, fuck these guys. Oh my God, they're making taxes even more worse for me.
Yeah.
And I know these guys are moving to Puerto Rico.
Yep.
Like literally. Fuck yeah, taxes from Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing. So you're living like a fucking king. You feel me? But that's where it's perspective. It's knowledge. What are you going to do for your life?
Yeah, facts.
So, anyways, how are you doing in your relationship? I'm sorry I brought this up. No, this is good shit.
I'm glad that we're able to talk about it and respect each other's opinions for sure, though.
Because we're all kind of getting perspective from
Yeah.
each other. And
So I was fucking smiling because this is fucking perspective
this
from
was just
different.
want to fucking talk about love and relationships. Fuck that shit. We're talking about political.
This conversation started how you guys changed in the last 2 years,
wanna talk about
and
Spider-Man
obviously you guys
movie.
let it all fucking out. And it's beautiful because, like, yeah, you guys are obviously are able to have a conversation about different points of view in a civil manner, in that way. And so it's fucking,
Which is
This
rare
isn't
these
civil?
days.
yeah, it's,
We're all still friends.
This is fucking civil.
yeah, we're all still
It
friends.
is, yeah.
And
Compared to
There are
what
people that
Facebook
just
and Instagram and all that other common
Yeah.
shit goes down.
the
Yeah.
pandemic's just taking a
Jessica,
toll on all of us.
Just got any points of view on this? Because I know you've been studying this conversation
No.
as long as I have. No.
I mean, I think it's all subjective.
Bullshit. I mean,
I'm glad that
yeah.
you guys were able to have a discussion like this without, going at each
Fighting.
other's throats.
Fist fighting.
So,
Yeah, I like this. I think for a while, I was like so sold. I was like, bro, I can never be friends with like someone who's a Trump supporter. Like, I can never fuck with them. Like, just like their mindset. But like, there's a lot of people who like actually really do fuck with. But I mean,
I'm sorry.
Like that,
Wait,
yeah.
I still can't say that.
Republican and Trump supporter is different because
Yeah,
Trump
yeah,
supporter.
yeah.
Look, I have a lot of friends that are Republicans,
Exactly.
and I fuck with all of them, bro. I fuck with them tough.
Yeah.
But Trump is not a true leader.
Yeah.
And if
No.
everybody who believes that he is some legendary fucking guy that fucking can tell the military what to
Yeah.
do, he never fucking served.
Yeah.
So fuck that guy.
I back that.
But what I'm saying,
What?
is,
I back what he's
Brian,
saying.
Serving for
Brian,
Exactly. He's not a leader.
What I'm saying
He's a
is-
bitch.
was like-
That's what it is.
it's like
No,
I'm
it's
gonna say
not about
I'm
being
not
a
okay.
bitch.
Before
It's
I
not being
even
about. It's not about
Wait.
being a bitch. It's not about being a leader. It's about being a businessman. He was a businessman, and
And
you
all
know
his
what?
companies fucking
He's
flop.
That's what this
But
country
that's
is.
the thing, though. Okay,
Exactly.
That's what this fucking country
I'm
is.
just-
it's a
I'm just
fucking
purely
business.
talking
Going
about-
off of
Brian,
the medicine and then going off of the fucking
I'm just
COVID.
purely talking about your
stuff.
relationships with people. Like, I don't agree with that shit at all. But I'm saying, like the people that you are friends with or you have close relationships with and they're Trump supporters, do you just completely cut them off? Or do you, like, kind of like, all right, like, you know,
cut
we
them
can still
off.
be cool?
No.
Tell me.
I laugh at them.
But do you completely cut them out of your life? You're like, I can't fuck with you.
What do you have in common?
No,
with
because
them?
eventually Trump is leaving.
No, but that's
No,
the same
but
thing as me.
he's asking,
I'm saying
like,
I can still. There's some
How
people that I can still.
What do you
how
have in
hard
common
is
with
your
them?
hate for
What do you
Trump
have in
No,
common
supporters?
with
nothing.
them?
But like, there's people that like I've been
They're
friends with like for a while,
supporters.
and like I didn't know
I
that
can-
they support Trump until now, and like I don't agree with them at all.
Yeah.
But then like.
But you're still friends with them?
I can still be friends with it if we have a conversation like this.
So-
like if they're like ignorant and they're just completely just like not on
ignorant
there, I'd be
people
like,
can be
"Oh,
fun."
right."
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
with
But
that,
but if we can respectfully have a conversation like this,
No,
I'll be like,
I get-
I
I-
respect
Right,
your
anyway.
I get what you're saying.
at that point, you know,
It's not
Yeah,
about.
it's
Sorry, go.
like
Yeah.
the way Trump, he like in all of his like presentations, he somehow disrespects somebody,
Uh-huh.
some different
Yeah.
He's a bully.
creed or gender.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
whether
Yeah.
this person is mentally disabled, whether this person is black, whether this person is brown,
Woman.
Or a woman.
He told someone from
Disabled.
Telemundo, like from Hispanic network, to like, oh, go back to Univision or go
Yeah.
back to whatever and shit. And I'm all like,
Univision is like one of the biggest TV
Yeah.
corporations.
And-
It's
yeah,
like the
it's-
biggest, one of the biggest broadcasters.
But from there, it's
We're
kind of
just
like,
trying to shut 'em
you know,
down
if
like
they're
that,
a
like-
Trump supporter at that point, they agree with those point of
Yeah,
views.
they're like,
like they
exactly.
support that. And
Yeah.
so like, if you know they support that, then what does that say about us? You know, they're those
What is that?
Trump supporters' friends, like who are most likely.
No, that's a
So
stretch.
what type of conversation do you have with them?
That's
I'm not trying to come at you hella sideways. I just want. I'm
Well, we
curious.
are.
It's not politics. It's
I'm
not
just
politics.
curious. Exactly. I'm
Yeah,
just curious.
it's not. It's not. And I
You know-
think that I'm not a Trump supporter at all, but I'm starting to see more conservative views make sense.
Yeah.
Not Trump's views,
Yeah.
conservative
That's
views. And I
understandable.
think
You know,
that's a big difference.
there's not
I
only
agree.
But
conservative.
the problem is that everyone lumps people into a
Yeah.
far left and a far right, and the thing
Yeah.
is if you're in the middle, the pendulum swings.
Yeah.
And the thing is that if you have. Like, you can have conservative views and not agree with Trump. You can agree with some of the things, some of his policies, and not like him as a person.
He's
It's
talking
like getting a
about
new store manager
supporters,
that
though.
that you don't like, but but the thing is that he's making the numbers look good, right? So that's how some people think. And the thing is,
that's what I'm
and that's
because I've had friends that like they're not necessarily like hardcore Trump supporters, fucking wearing the hat, the flag, all that shit, but they think that like, oh, because like the past, like, oh, Trump is a billionaire. They think that Trump is making the economy better, so they're for that, and they don't really know everything
Those
that's
are not
going on.
educated
on.
people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, I'm not gonna defriend them. Like they, you know,
Just because they're not educated, you
just
shouldn't
not-
befriend somebody.
They're just not educated. You
So-
know? They don't know everything
It's
that's going
not.
on.
It's not
Yeah.
your place to educate nobody.
No, it's not, but
Google is free.
Real
You
quick.
can look shit up
No, it
anytime
wasn't.
you
One
want.
thing,
you
one
are
thing,
naive
one thing.
because you wanna be.
You've been lawyered,
thing.
motherfucker. The one good thing I must say about Trump, one good thing, and I'm not a Trump supporter, but the one good thing
Let's hear
that
it.
is an undeniable fact,
Let's hear it.
undeniable fact,
Let's hear it.
undeniable fact,
Let's hear it.
he has made almost everybody way more aware of their political standing.
That's very
Way
true.
more.
That's
And we are
actually
all
very
paying
true.
attention now.
That is true.
We are all paying attention. Nobody's turning a blind eye. That's the one good thing I
That
can
is true.
say.
Oh man, I
Because-
should have brought you guys back when we had a more political views of Trump.
Everyone is taking a stance after Trump came in office.
Yep.
Everyone is
good
like,
or bad.
you know,
Everyone's
yeah.
paying attention.
Yeah.
That is one good thing. And without him being there, everyone would have just
But
turned
he
a
has
blind
divided
eye.
the nation more than ever before.
Yes.
Since like the
It's getting more divided now than it was.
No, but
More
we were
now?
all always divided. We just were never able to admit it.
He brought every negative thing to light.
oh no,
And she really shook the box. And now it's getting worse. You don't think it's getting worse?
It usually gets worse.
I don't
than
know.
it's better.
I mean,
So that's like my.
You know, give it a few years because people are still feeding off the whole Trump hype, all the Trump supporters and shit. So like that's why it's a lot of division still.
Grow up.
But
2014 ain't coming. The world's ending. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, this stays between us.
Oh, don't worry, we're like almost in 2 hours.
Oh,
Okay, but if I say this, I mean,
I need to bring it forward.
the only good thing about Trump is that he's an honest fucking asshole.
That is true.
Is that like if you like you hear about like Clinton and these conspiracies, Biden and these conspiracies, Trump says it right there and up on
That is
fucking
true.
YouTube.
And everything he said he was going to do, whether we liked it or not, he did it. Unfortunately.
It's right there.
No.
And we have fun.
He's a fucked up loser.
Like
The
when he
one
says
thing-
bullshit, it's right there.
Let Eddie say something.
Even if you're
That's not noble.
Let Eddie say
no,
something.
no, no,
not
no,
noble.
no,
It's not.
It's good. No,
It's just the fact. It's just
the only
it's not saying
I'm saying the only
transparent.
good thing is
Yeah.
it's not a conspiracy.
It's
right
transparent.
there. Everybody can see it.
And
It's fucking bullshit.
no one else is really like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so yeah. There's Democrats, Republicans, and there's Trumpicans. Trumpicans that believe anything that Trump shits out, it
There's
smells good.
communists, and then
Smells
there's
good.
Greens.
And we do,
What were we talking
unfortunately,
about? Like
yeah.
with our friends that like it's very cultish the way
Yeah.
people follow
Trump.
Trump.
Yeah.
It can be, yeah, for sure.
They're always talking about
I wanted
sheep
to, like,
and how the leftists are always sheeple, but it's kind of like
Everybody's
you're
a
almost
sheeple.
talking.
Yeah.
Everybody's
That's
a sheeple.
actually very
The
true.
same thing can be said on the other side. Like
Yeah.
they're saying,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
now it's gonna
if you're not looking at both sides of it, you're really doing yourself a disservice.
I'll give it an 8. Go.
I just have one thing to say.
Say
Okay,
it.
Go.
so I remember one time watching this this video. It's an old interview of Donald Trump on this. I forgot what talk show host. It was like back in like the 70s, 80s. The host literally asked Trump like what would you do if like you lost like millions of dollars or whatever. And he said, "Oh, like I would run for president, and I would go Republican because
They vote for
Republicans are
anything.
just so easy to fool, this and that. Like, he basically just admitted in an interview that like Republicans were just so easy to fool, and like here he is now, like decades later, like running for president as a Republican, and he won. He got the Republicans like I hate to say it, but he got the Republicans
Trump.
like beating in like the palm of his hands,
Yeah.
and some Republicans don't even like Trump because they even say that
Correct.
Trump doesn't even support or value the
But that's the
what the
that's the
Republicans
problem.
value.
That's the problem because as soon as you get into the Democratic convention or the Republican convention, you have to now pick your side. And if you hate your person, well, you're fucked because really there's only 2 people running for president, and you have to pick
Exhibit
between
A,
one.
2020.
So it's just like, yeah,
I don't think any of us like, yeah.
no one is happy with how it works.
That's why Bernie Sanders didn't win, and a lot of people fuck with Bernie Sanders.
Hell
Sanders,
yeah.
But
He's
Bernie,
the most consistent
Bernie
one.
Sanders wasn't about the agenda because you either had to be strong Democrat or strong Republican, and he was in the middle. He was like,
He's
fuck
for the
both.
working
He was
class.
like, I'm for the
All
people.
about it.
And that's why he didn't get picked because he didn't get the constituents on that Democratic side. And really, a lot of people fuck with him, and I fuck with him
It's
too.
because Hillary decided to put money into Trump's advertisements so she can beat Sanders.
Be the only Democratic.
She ruined it. Because I'm telling you, I'd be
Holy
hella
shit.
happy with
I wanted
Bernie.
Bernie to be.
Same.
I wanted Bernie.
Same.
But the thing
I love
is,
Bernie.
he went
Bitch, there's nothing in
for
Yes, there is.
for things that people would never
But see,
go for.
he went out of
Like-
the box. He stepped out of the box.
But he's
People are
all about
comfortable.
working class.
People are not for that.
And
though.
that's why I fuck with him.
People are not for
He's-
that. though.
Yeah, some people aren't. I am. He stepped out
Yeah.
of the box, and that's why he lost. He took a chance.
People are not okay with-
He keeps it real
It's supposed to
all
look-
the time.
What would be
Ah.
good? What would be good is if he was just like a good 10 years younger and ran
Yeah,
next
yeah,
term.
yeah.
I feel like he'd get it.
Bernie Sanders
I don't think
keeps
it's
it fucking
lightning.
real.
And then he
He's-
goes and has a heart
You
attack.
don't
I know he
care
was
for
mad.
Oh shit!
You don't care about no left, no right, no.
Oh shit! So carpoolers, we're taking a break from this political
Oh
talk.
damn, that shit licks. Wait,
Sparklers, holy
Oh, that's
shit.
stinky. That's real stinky.
Oh, you might want to open it.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
open
it's
up.
okay.
Damn.
I was.
Oh,
Hey.
Number by number.
So we say happy birthday 100.
You don't want that smoke detector.
So shout out to 100 podcasts.
It's already open.
The best one, the biggest one. Thank
That
you all
really
for being
smells. We
here.
need a.
Okay, well, we got a fan. Damn, they.
Hey, I want to talk about my years. Or my COVID years. So I want to get back to.
So pretty.
I'm very proud of myself. I'm just
Oh
saying.
my god, 100 years.
100 of these podcasts.
Woo! Just like that. Just like that.
Oh, it's still going. It's still going.
Good wish.
Oh shit!
Thank you guys all for being here. I'm not gonna close it out just yet. let's just stray away from the political stuff until.
Sorry, Alex.
Yeah.
I should have just.
No.
No.
We're here about the truth. Like the last 2 years, what has changed you and stuff like that. We'll try to cut it out a little bit sooner, but
I started paying attention.
no. I really do wish that when this whole shit was going down a year ago, that we had more of these talks. 'Cause I did have some people, but like you guys, Brian especially is a big talker. You're a big talker. I was like, man, I wish we would have had these different views. And it's really good that like so many different views come in, be in this podcast, and just like we still be like chill and cool and actually have a conversation about it. But anyways, yes, Maria, lead it on. Last 2 years, what has changed for you?
It's been the worst 2 years of my life.
Oh.
But
Whoa.
You take care of
Actually,
JJ. What the fuck?
I'm not including him in this.
Okay.
He is a fucking
pass
saint.
it out?
Okay?
Thank you.
No. It's been a lot of reflection on myself. I've gone back to therapy. That's a little too like
Who's sharing?
Nope.
Don't tell anybody, guys.
Therapy's good. Therapy's good.
No,
I'm
I've
not, but I'll
been.
eat
Pass
it.
anything this way?
No, I'm like very kind of looking back. I'm proud of myself. That's the first time I've ever been able to say that about myself. I'm very self-deprecating. Sorry guys, I've been drinking too much, so I'm gonna share
Go
it
ahead,
now.
Go for it.
Yep.
I'm proud of myself because I see what I need improvement and I'm working on that. A lot of people can't say that for
how'd you do it?
themselves. Thank you. So I've been working on that. I'm very happy. I've been working on my hair.
Yeah.
Get those curls.
Thank you.
Yeah, I get them.
I cut it today, so it's a lot more curlier.
Ooh.
And I'm very happy. I want to be one.
Oh, because I touched it?
No.
I want to be one with myself. I want to look into. I want to learn to
I want that one.
decolonize myself.
Which is so
Yeah,
That's-
I want that one, bro.
I
That's
want to
smart.
look into. Thank you to Jessica for sending me a link to Borepecha,
What's that?
because that's what me and my sisters are. We're
What?
native.
Oh, thanks.
Ooh.
I appreciate it.
Thank
Of
you.
course.
So I'm gonna learn a
you,
new.
you pointed at that one, right?
I'm gonna learn a new language, and I'm so excited.
What language?
You signed up for
Borepecha.
What?
No, I was gonna do it.
What is that?
Borepecha.
What kind of culture?
Where's that?
It's like a native language in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
That
okay.
area. Yeah.
Whoa.
Like an Indian native?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like
I'm
what kind-
really
well,
excited.
I was wondering.
No.
I hate you, bro.
Like what kind of native? Like
Indigenous, bro.
Indigenous.
What kind though? That's
Purepecha?
indigenous.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Che or cha?
Yeah, I didn't-
Purepecha.
Like an Indian native?
Dot or feather?
Huh?
Can you send me that link?
Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause
No more over here.
Okay.
Guess,
Sorry.
guess what?
Okay,
You're gonna be a
Instagram
fucking
from
sacrificial
Ralph, don't worry.
lamb to the fucking
It's tomorrow
sun god.
though. Like in the afternoon.
It's a
Yeah.
Zoom classes from 7 to 9.
Is it
Nice.
like a continuous thing? Or is it just once?
I think so. No,
Yeah.
it's a
Just
forum class.
once. I want to take
Yeah.
this miraculous language
Like
class.
once a week?
I think so, yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's all
And
gonna. It starts tomorrow, so we'll.
And ever since I found out that we were Porepechas.
Don't say it like that. Purepecha.
Purepecha. I know I am somewhere. Isn't it Purepecha? Purepecha. I've always had an issue with my nose. I've always thought it looked a little not straight. So that always kind of really like.
It's okay to not be straight, honey.
I was gonna do an Owen Wilson joke. I mean, look at his nose. He's made fucking movies with Mary J Lo.
Yeah.
He's married to J-Lo.
Mary J Lo.
Married, yep. But
Wait,
yeah.
Ben Affleck?
No, Owen Wilson.
knows.
Oh yeah, he's.
It's contoured right now.
Your nose is fine.
It's contoured right now. It's. I mean,
There's
for the
nothing wrong with her
front.
nose, but
It's just something that I was bullied for ever since I was younger, and I don't know. Ever since I kind of just looked into this, and I kind of felt more empowered because I've just been looking into how again I want to decolonize myself. I'm fighting against the white norms, the white standards, and all of this bullshit. How it literally does not matter. I'm learning to love my body more too.
Yes.
Like I'm not. If anybody isn't like, we're not recording or anything. I'm not skinny. whatever. I'm
This
learning
bitch
to
wears heels this high.
No, oh my god, speaking of that, I'm loving my height. I used to always slouch a little bit, speak a little more quietly around shorter guys. And now I fucking don't. If you're shorter than me,
Well, you're a big fine horse. You shouldn't.
I'm a motherfucking stallion. Don't call me no horse, bitch.
She's like, I can count.
You know what? You got a mighty fine stallion right here too. You better celebrate her.
Yeah, ho!
Better cuddle me good, bitch.
Better be forming the T's, bro.
Let this grizzly bear go after you every night.
But yeah, I've been looking for fucking platform. I'm wearing platform shoes right now, y'all. I love being taller. I want to like take up space. For the longest time, I've just kind of been like, I'm bigger, I'm brown, I'm taller. I don't want to take up too much. I don't want to take up space, but now it's like, why the fuck can I not? And I've been listening to a podcast that's been saying how this girl, she's like, I'm realizing that I don't have to do whatever the fuck I don't want to do. And I'm like, that's so fucking true. If I don't want to do this, then I'm not gonna fucking do it. That's kind of it. I'm just kind of like,
That's good.
oh,
Yeah.
and sorry, one more thing.
Personal growth.
I'm like looking into my like my baby self, my inner child.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was like,
you having a baby?
What? No. No, my inner child. I'm taking care of her. I want to take care of her. I don't want to get into it because I'm gonna. But she's been through so much. I feel so bad for her. She needs to be taken care of. And that's why I've kind of been like more girly, because I feel like she was never really like that. She was always very like tomboy. Yeah. I feel like I had to cover myself up and like not express myself. I never felt like a safe space. That feels very like, sorry guys, I didn't really feel like that though.
Okay.
But
No, it's good.
yeah, I just want to be like more feminine. It's okay to be feminine.
You didn't say
like
it.
Yes.
I like pink, y'all. I like glitter. Is that okay?
No, with that.
I like fucking cats, bitch.
What do you do to cats?
I'm like, what?
No, just going on to the topic of like her like saying that she likes pink, you know, like just in terms of the tomboys, is like when you're growing up, it's kind of like you can't like pink because you're a tomboy, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you kind of held that in, and then or like just because all the girly girls like pink, you didn't want to like it, and just like so now that you're accepting it, dude, good.
I'm here to love myself. It's like Alex says, if I'm not gonna love myself, I'm not gonna love anybody else. But wait, that's not important to me.
Exactly.
I'm learning that that's not important.
Gotta love yourself first.
Where is it? I think I've been watching Sex and the City lately,
Oh.
and they've been watching.
This took a turn.
No, they said that shouldn't be like your priority. Like looking for someone to love should not be your priority.
You don't even need to find like someone else to find like to validate you. You know what I'm saying?
Not only that, but
speak.
getting married, having kids. If you guys want to do it, go do it. That's what you want to do. It doesn't matter. But that shouldn't be your priority in life. Like there's no like list that you have to do. If I fucking die alone, I'm gonna fucking die alone, but happy as hell, wearing my pink fucking sparkly dress.
With the cats.
Yeah.
With the cats on it.
But you're not because you're real, and people love real people, and eventually you
okay.
find someone.
I'm
And
real.
then
Real
technically
like
you
you,
won't
you know what I'm
technically you won't die alone because you have your family, you have your friends, all
But
the
they're
ones
gonna
to
be-
pour your effort and love into. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, this is kind
That
of
was
deep.
good.
This podcast.
No,
It's
the only
beautiful.
reason I was kind of like opening up a little bit more because I want y'all to open up. I want to know your guys' secrets.
Oh, we've been open up.
Well, go ahead, Dawn. It's just between us.
My sister wants to go.
I don't have a lot of experience with with like therapy. I took a dive into that right after postpartum, so that shit's tough. So
Hey,
I did
you
one
did it, though.
course, and because that was actually my resolution. I'm like, I'd love to take
Is that your turn to go?
It's bedtime.
No.
It's Domino's.
I'm like, I'd love to take at least like one, not of course, but like one session with like therapy, and I did, and I gave that a try, and it was honestly, it was pretty transforming. Just that those 2 sessions. So I'm so proud of myself of doing that. And another thing is, have you guys ever heard of gentle parenting?
Yes.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
not a thing.
What's that?
Yes, it is.
What's that?
Well, it's just a different. It's a completely different approach to parenting. So, I feel like the way that we were raised, or the way that we were disciplined, is based off of how.
movie?
No, just the way how you were raised in a way, but like. Oh, so and so is crying because so and so is crying. They need to go in the corner. They need to let it all out. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I feel like in the Latino community, it's so like he needs to be shut up. He's going
Expressing
off. Yeah, he's like going off.
What?
He needs to be disciplined. But like, I feel like I think it's my responsibility to kind of take a turn in the way that I parent. With my son. So, I mean, I'm saying this now, but I'd love to evolve into something different as to how I was raised, either if any of us, like, were spanked, or I don't know, I'm like, I'm spanked.
Baby!
Well, it's hard to really get into, like, as far as, like JJ's age, because, like,
It's
no
so
one really
different now.
remembers, but as far as, like, from, like, 5 and up, like, for us, I
it's gonna
remember,
be different.
like, it
Were
was
you bad?
What's that?
Were you bad?
I mean, bad in a sense, like,
Your mama
how
threw
bad
your
can you
lunch
really
at
get?
you.
Like bad is like I'd make my brother cry or something, but not bad. I'd fucking like steal a car, or fucking like be getting a fight at school. Like, nah. Okay, get out. It's not, you know what I'm saying?
That's a different story.
But,
Well,
but
like-
I do believe it's like, so my mom, like, we just, we all disagree with my mom. But like, in a sense why I do agree with her is like that sense where like, you kind of need to like, I feel like, put that fear in your child that if you fuck up, you're gonna get fucking handled. Like, you like not
Well,
like
that's
ser-
you.
not like in an abusive
That's
way.
you.
But no, I'm not saying that because
Deal with it with your own way, but in my situation,
no, but I'm saying, like-
until you have a child and
No, but I'm
How
saying
to
JJ's too
understand.
young. I'm not saying JJ.
No, I know.
I'm saying like when I was
So
like
I might think of it
5
completely different
and
when
6.
he's older.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
my responsibility to deal with my own shit first before
Yeah.
I
Oh,
in
sure.
return
Yeah.
deal with it with him. So I can't speak for my future self.
I'm
I
saying
can't
as terms
speak
of
for my
like
future
as like
self,
a 5 and
but-
6 year old like or like an 8-year-old whatever. Because like when I was young, like I knew like in the back of my head like if the first thing I thought I was like, fuck. I shouldn't do this because mom was gonna fucking get hella mad at me, so I wouldn't do that. So
And
like
then
it made me
it was
think
like-
twice.
You
You know what I'm
don't-
saying?
that's
And
just-
just-
no,
Because
just like-
that's what you
fear
know what I'm
was invented into you.
And I feel like some of that is a
No,
good thing. I feel like
the
some of
key
that is a
thing
good
though,
thing. as
you
a
were
crime.
thinking about your mom. You need to think about yourself and
But
your
kids don't
children.
But I mean, you're too young at that point
Kids
to
don't
like
get
really
too young for
recognize
that.
that. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
okay.
But it's
You
my
need to learn.
responsibility.
At that point, that's where gentle parenting
Yeah.
comes
Yes.
in. So it's kind of like
Exactly. There's a balance. There's a balance for sure.
There has
I
to
get
be.
that.
But that worked for you.
No, it
That's
didn't
not a
work for me
one-size-fits-all,
because
though.
that's why I said in a certain
That
aspect,
actually
I do
worked for
agree,
me.
but in
Almost.
some
It
I
worked
would
for me.
change it up completely. But in a
worked for
certain
me, too.
aspect, I would want my kids to be like, yo, like if you fuck up, like you
To
ain't
have
gonna
the
get, you
respect.
ain't gonna get off the fucking.
Well, they're
leash,
just
like,
gonna
you
have to
know-
realize
you
the
know?
consequences. That's
Yeah.
just the
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
They're
Yeah.
gonna have to
like
realize
it's-
that. I will let him know that.
Right.
There will be okay. I'm gonna let you fuck up then.
it's not
Yeah.
kind of like
You need to-
it's
yeah.
like don't
Yeah.
don't go here because I'm gonna hit you. But like
Yeah.
There's consequences to
But
those
it's not like-
actions.
Yeah, it's like if
Exactly.
you do this, understand that you may
Yeah.
fall in, or
Yeah.
understand this. So
Yeah,
like,
you
just
wanna
understand-
let-
I'm not gonna be a
About
helicopter. Like I don't
Yeah.
want to be that person. Like I don't.
Can
Like,
I
as
just
much as I
just
love it.
just to throw this out there, just food for thought. So I was raised by just my mom, and I definitely could have used a hell of a lot more discipline because it's the biggest hindrance in my adult life because I have almost no discipline, and it's hindered my growth. So I'm just saying that because how he was saying he would fear that the consequences. I don't think that being afraid of the consequences, but just knowing that there's consequences at the end of your
Mm-hmm. Well,
action.
I think it's always
So
greener
you
on
wanna
the
be
other
spanked.
side, no matter which way you see it.
Yeah,
I don't think
that's facts.
But I don't think it's my responsibility to tell him the world is tough, this and that, this and that. I want you to understand that
You just want
I
to
will have your
listen.
back. You know what? I just want you to know that this might happen, but understand that whatever you choose
it might be a different result, you know.
I think
it's your kid, and you get to do it how you want. How
Exactly.
you guys
So you know
want.
what?
So-
Trial and error at the end of the day. To be
If you
honest.
scare a child too much, they're not going to open up to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, I was
Good
saying,
luck, JJ.
If you put too much fear in a child, they're not going to open up to you. And that was my
That's
issue.
what happened.
That was my issue with my mom. Like, I didn't
Yeah.
want to open up to her because like she didn't understand, and she was like so like like struck on like her way. And like I couldn't open up to her, my dad I could, but my mom couldn't. That's what I'm saying. Like there's a balance. To,
Even
you know
still
what I'm
to
saying?
this day,
There's a-
right?
yeah,
Like even
exactly.
to this day.
Part
Yeah.
of gentle parenting is also about getting to know your emotions. Like off the bat, when
Ooh,
someone gets
absolutely.
like I think a part of her also being a mother is also kind of curing that shit. Like okay, like we were with JJ the other day, and he was getting so mad.
He's into this phase now where
Yeah.
he's like into like tantrums.
He was getting
lets
mad
it-
and
he's
like kind of being loud. And in my head, I'm like,
The thing
that's starting
is,
to get
at
annoying.
that age, they don't know how to control
I
their
know, I know,
emotions.
I know.
They don't know what's
because they
even
they
happening.
don't speak the English language.
No, but in my
Not
head,
only that, but they don't know how to like. They don't know what's happening.
Exactly.
In their head. They just
at the
need to
same
let
time,
it
I don't know how, but you know
happen.
what? I need to be his like.
Yeah,
okay,
and
what I do with him is like, okay, relax. I'm like, okay, it's okay. It's okay. I'll let him cry. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to cry.
No,
because
yeah,
we
yeah.
weren't
Gotta
taught
let
like
your
that,
kid cry.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like,
cry.
and when I do hear, like, I
saying.
was hearing JJ, and I'm like, oh my god, if this was a kid in the street, I would have been like, yo, shut your kid. But then it's like, my thought, that's not my thought. That's like the thoughts that were instilled into us. You're growing up as a kid, knowing that if you're being loud, you're being disrespectful.
Yeah.
She's letting her child go through that emotion, and I saw it when
Hey, baby boy.
he was like getting all mad, and she was like,
No.
just
I just want
breathing.
to tell you,
and
you're
JJ
doing
goes,
a good job right now.
and then he's okay afterwards. Like I think gentle parenting,
Because he needs
like, people
he
think-
comes
people
back to me
think,
for your
oh, let me like
reassurance, which is
discipline.
not what it is.
Yeah, like, no, you have to discipline, but I think it's more of like learning your emotions and learning how to calm yourself. Like, okay, I'm mad. Why am I mad? Can I fix this? Can it be fixed? What can I do to fix it? It really teaches a child to really think about how they're going to react, and that's all you
It's
can
just
really
lessons
do as a
that you,
parent.
like,
They're
Yeah,
looking
you're not
at
going to be
you-
the parent.
They're looking at you
forever.
for a reaction right now. I learned that. I'm taking a
He
child
has.
development class right now, y'all. And
So when you
that's what they're going
Yeah, but
to
this
you
is my-
for. They're like, they
yeah.
understand that you're their
Oh,
caretaker, and they're going to you for reassurance. They're going to you for like, just to make them feel safe.
Can you imagine giving them like the silent treatment when they're like having like their outbursts? Like,
Yeah, no, you
Let
need
it
to like
happen,
make
like-
sure you're like attentive to them.
it's hard. It's hard being a parent.
No, it is, and that's the thing too. My teacher was saying, she was like, "You need to. It's literally patience. It's gonna be so hard, but it's all patience. You need to understand,
That's my awakening.
and that's a great awakening because not only are you like awoken for like your child, but it's
Awoken.
you're learning about yourself too, and like it's making you look at your traumas, our traumas, and like the way that you were brought up, what you don't want to do with your child, and just kind of look at yourself in a way, which is honestly, like, it sounds terrible, but it's awesome. Like,
Therapy
it's
itself.
amazing to look back at your own self and just healing yourself. Healing yourself is so good, you guys.
I don't even know what that
should
is.
do it.
I'm trying it.
As long
Are
as
you
you're
drunk?
not like feeling like you're
Yeah.
a perfect
No,
parent,
no,
and, like,
it
you're
is a-
working
it
on
is a-
yourself. You're like, as long as you
I'm
continue
trying.
working on yourself, like you're gonna do good for your kid, basically.
For sure.
I'm still working on myself as I work on him, so that's crazy at the same time.
That's good though. That's okay.
Parenting's fun, guys. Hey, Hoozle.
No. That's all like self-love. That's all about learning, adapting, and loving yourself. Who gives a fuck if you're in a relationship or not? It's all about like if you really appreciate yourself. And yeah, we've all been in our dark places.
What do you guys
I would think I'll close it out right there.
We've all been in dark
because this has been going on for 3 hours.
So?
So it was like, how did you like evolve during COVID, right?
It was that, yeah.
Okay.
Eddie, were you gonna say it? I thought you were gonna say something.
Oh man, I wasn't really gonna say anything, but I mean, yeah, these past couple of years, I just been,
Boy.
I just been like, going from place to place, job to job, dropped out of college, just before the pandemic, and then when it finally hit, with the job where I was working at, it closed down. I was unemployed, you know, just cooped up in my house, you know, just trying to keep myself busy, you know, trying to, you know, learn new things. But you know, eventually, you know, I found some work, but you know, it didn't really go so well for me, you know, and I tried going back to school again, and you know, didn't really go so well for me, you know, either. You know, right now I'm just trying to, you know, just still learning more about myself. You know, there's more things I need to improve. You know, there's a lot of things I need to, you know, rethink. You know, I'm still, you know, I do want to go back to school, but you know, maybe take it, you know, take a different route, you know, this time.
Nice.
You know, but you know, it's not much going on right now. You know, just trying to recuperate, you know, rethink, you know, and then, you know, plot my next move, I guess you could say.
Go for it.
It's good, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just take your time with it.
I guess I'll just drink to
Cheers.
that.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers to that. Whoever got shot. Cheers to that. I will.
Cheers. Take your shot.
All right, guys. I think Carpool is what close it out right there.
Really?
Yeah, it's a 3-hour-long episode.
So that's okay.
We can still have conversations, but this is a lot of shit.
No, people need to hear what they have to say.
Sorry.
No. You guys go.
So. Sorry, what was the question?
So,
What did you learn, you know, within this past few years of the pandemic?
That's changed, good, bad, maybe. You want to
Change
share?
good or bad? Well, as some know, as some don't, we ended up breaking up during the pandemic.
We did? Oh! So you're the some that don't.
Oh shit, we did!
Oh yeah, this is a break. Breaking news.
But yeah, so obviously, like, the pandemic hit us hard. But it really made us, like, obviously we're back together now, so it's kind of like...
You better stop on your head.
You're like, I'm done. I'm done.
But it, you know, it kind of like, yeah, it makes you like reevaluate how, I guess, you communicate with people and how you express yourself and how important your loved ones are to you, right? And so it's like, you know, you may have your fights, you may have, you know, things that are wrong, but it's kind of like, at the end of the day, if you know that you still want this person in your life, you gotta make it work, and you actually have to, like, communicate, you have to understand each other, and you have to reciprocate. And that's like, you know, it's not gonna be perfect once you, like, get back to it, but it's like, it's a work in progress, and it's like, it's both of you versus a problem rather than you versus your partner. And
we're a team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying we work as a team every single time, but, like, you know, it's like you work on it. And so it really does, like, the pandemic really kind of, like, opened our eyes to kind of just, like, how we are and how we work together. And just, it really shows, like, communication is, and understanding what the other person's trying to say is, like, really, really important.
Looking at it, like, from both perspectives.
Exactly, yeah. And, like, not, like, having screaming matches, but kind of like, okay, this is how I'm feeling, and this is how I feel you presented your feelings.
That's gentle parenting right there.
I was about to say that shit too. What the fuck?
Yeah, so I guess we gentle parented each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, the beatings before dinner were.
I'm happy they're back.
Yeah, I know, right?
I love them.
But yeah, so that's cool. It was definitely, it's been a lot of, like, learning moments in the past 2 years. So it's
Nice.
you're constantly growing.
Evolving, constantly evolving.
Yeah.
She's stronger.
She's a scientist and no longer a Planet
Fitness
Fitness.
employee.
As soon as he got that job, he's like, all right, I'm back.
Yeah.
What about
Bam, back.
I also got a job.
Yes,
That's why she's
Hey.
back.
Oh!
He said, "What's up, baby? I'm a programmer."
Dog said she's trying to secure the bag.
She's carrying them back.
Yeah.
That's why she's so tired.
That's smart.
Oh shit.
Benny.
I'm good.
We aspire to be like you, Benny. We aspire to be like you.
I poured out my whole heart, and I don't know if you guys.
Tell us about your sweater.
Oh, you like?
It's cash beer.
But no, I mean, a couple years, the pandemic, I've been working from home. Company decided to let the whole department work from home, which has been like the best thing ever. Like, just no traffic, no toll, no bosses hanging over my shoulder, making sure I'm doing my work when I am.
Cheers to that.
Whatever, but also I found myself, I guess, doing more things for me, like taking more time off, because before I would never really take any kind of time off. It was like, well, I can go to work. I got no problem just going. So I've been taking more time off. I've been splurging a little bit more on myself, getting stuff that I want, just because, like, fuck it, why not?
Like that Pokemon jacket?
PS5, rub it in his face a little bit.
You should have gone to your place. What the hell?
$200 lightsaber.
It's like, what the fuck, man?
Oh, you got a $200 lightsaber
for that? You can make money for
I'm
that.
not making fun of it. I'm just saying, like, you're splurging on yourself, so you're willing to spend $200 on a lightsaber.
After him. Spend it on me too. Like, he got my lightsaber.
What?
He wants to go after him.
He said, "Come on, I gotta fight somebody."
Hey,
what the fuck is this?
I'm not trying to.
I've been basically just thinking about myself more, just more self-care. I guess that's the best way to put it.
Nice.
Just
Loving yourself.
loving myself, appreciating the family more often. Because like the one bad thing I would have to say about working from home is, it's just me there, at the house, like the whole time, I've been spending more time, visiting, family, whatever. But, no, I mean, mostly the self-care is, I would say, been the thing I've been working on more, most.
Nice.
Good man.
Self-care. Always important.
Beautiful. Self-care.
I was just gonna point out for myself, like short.
Of course
like,
you are.
Go for it.
Come on, just say it.
Like from this past year, the past 2 years has been like kind of tough for me. Like I've been through a lot of shit.
For real.
And
We'll keep it confidential. Won't tell nobody.
I think
Stays here.
like to sum it up, like for me, it's like I've been in like kind of like the darkest place in my life, like the toughest place I've ever been in my life. Been through a lot of shit lately, and you kind of recognize, who's there for you in those darkest moments. Who's really there for you. Like who's gonna kind of like fold off and be like, they're cool with you. Like they don't. You see them every now and then, but the people who are really like hit you up and like check up on you, like.
I don't have your number. Otherwise, I would have called you.
Well, like, the people who like are like truly there for you, like it kind of shows like in those deep moments, and that's the thing that I've realized the most, and I fucking love that, and I respect it, and I fucking forever cherish that, and reciprocate that.
Yeah.
That's what I love about not having friends. I don't have to deal with that.
But I'm talking about family too.
Yeah.
This is my family right here.
Yeah.
Oh, you
him too.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got.
Yeah, but it takes work to make relationships.
You got half
Even
the table
family.
right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your relationships require effort, whether they're
For sure.
just
Siblings.
friends, romantic, or family.
Everything.
Everything requires effort, and if you don't want to put in that effort,
Even with your boss.
you won't have those loved ones in your life pretty much.
So, that's the thing I recognize in 2020, 2021.
Frankfurt.
What?
Frankie,
Did you share?
get it?
I think I did, but basically, yeah,
No, not a relationship. Your
my COVID life.
just
yourself.
whatever yourself. Your what?
It was
your
nice.
growth, whatever. Anything.
It felt like a big summer break with nobody around.
Summer break.
Well, because I got let go, and then
You got
I
let go?
milked the unemployment,
There you
and
go.
then
There you go.
I was pretty.
He said, "There you go. There you
That's
go."
what Dimitri did for 2 years.
Yeah.
You forgot. He worked out, bro.
But yeah, it was nice to be home, but it's also kind of depressing. And then now trying to re-emerge is like you're trying to learn yourself all over again, like
Yeah.
how to interact with people.
It's
And then sometimes you'll go to like your cousin's house with him and his friends and have a good time, and then bring up your own views and start a controversial conversation, and it seems to follow you everywhere you go.
Things like that to stimulate our minds every once in a while, you know?
I don't feel bad. Real quick, I just want to say, I'm so sorry if I offended anyone. I really respect
What the
everyone's
fuck?
views.
No way.
Because
You know
because I know I have a very unpopular opinion.
Bro,
I
you
do.
fine, bro. You fine.
But I definitely respect everyone's
Shut
views.
the fuck up and leave.
Like,
Get out of here, bro.
But before I do, I have an announcement to make. So me and Jessica.
It happened.
About time.
That was it.
I thought it was.
Make a cute.
I thought it was
Izzy, go ahead,
Bill's.
your turn.
Frank.
Something real quick.
I gotta go.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, but I want to hear everyone's views before I do this.
Someone's
Yeah, we're in the morning.
someone's speaking.
Huh?
Nothing has changed. I've worked since the first day of the pandemic. The one thing that I hate that I cannot do is travel.
Yeah.
I really, really, really miss
Now
traveling.
that I have the chance.
I've had multiple trips canceled. I have credit with 2 different airlines that I still cannot use.
Is it still there? Can you still use it?
Yeah, I'm using
Okay,
one of it
that's
in the next month.
They don't
and a half.
expire?
Where we going?
Use
No,
yours.
no, it's just yeah. No, this one. Trust me, it's been there for 2
Bachelor
years
party.
and it's
Okay.
still there. Yeah,
Whatever country that's going in.
that's it though.
You know what? No.
Oh, and I mean, baby Julian.
Duh.
Pee pee poo poo. I love him.
That's
Babe.
Stink.
Stinky. I love him. Hey, Stink, if you're listening, I love you.
He should be asleep.
Yeah, he should be
Always.
sleeping.
Jesus.
Sorry, I thought it was the middle of them. That's it.
No, you have grown. You haven't noticed it, but I have, and I just want to say I'm proud of you. That's it.
Really, we'll talk about that in private.
Yeah.
Damn. So this is a fucking
Nobody else
beautiful
wanna say
podcast. I think they already got it. No. This is the most open up.
Just want to make
since
sure
I
everybody
see-
feels heard.
This is the most open up I've seen since the Boys vs. Girls podcast. Because like I said, that one went 3 hours long. Frankie was part of that one.
I was
And-
involved.
Yeah. He played both parts. But no. He gave a very good perspective about dating when it came to gay people because, you know, stuff like who pays for the date. Usually it's the guys, but what happens when it's 2 guys? Stuff like that.
It's not Rast.
Yeah.
Oh.
But no, stuff like that. Like I definitely love it when it's a casual conversation like that, where it's like it's great to hear everybody. Where the fact that I'm shutting up, well, me and Jessica are just listening to everybody. It's just like, holy
Debate
shit!
is
Everyone's got
good.
so many.
Debate is
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Stop
Debate is good
apologizing.
sometimes.
Unpopular opinion, I know.
Yeah.
Your opinion is
It's
still
always,
valid.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's
There it
always
is.
good to hear other people's opinions. Like other people have opinions,
Yeah.
and that's okay.
Except for Trump's.
Exactly. no, you're right. You're
That's
right.
the next exception to the rule.
You're right. You're
And
right.
other people went on different dates, like from teddy bears to dining on cranes, and you know, like you know, God knows bobbing for apples. I don't know. People go on different dates, so I hope anyone that's listening, single people out there, just asking a person out, like it gets weird.
Yeah, just,
But if they
just say you'll be
run
a
on
warm
your
hug.
weirdness,
But
then
again,
it's like,
it
hey,
doesn't have to be your priority. It doesn't have to be on your top list.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Shut up.
make sure you
Why
love
you trying to make it
yourself.
hard on me?
Yes.
And with that,
We'll end it right there. Our 100th podcast right there. Fucking everybody, thank you guys so much for making this a big thing. Thank you guys so much. Beautiful podcast. All right.
Good
closing
night
out.
and good morning.
Wherever you're in the car, out the car, wherever you are. Thank you guys, everybody. Bye bye.
It's a highway, and I'm gonna ride it all night long. All night long.
He has a mouthful of.
Hey guys.
oh, you were recording?
Yeah. Welcome to the Carpool Lane. This is episode 101. Yeah, that was a little intro music.
For JJ.
For JJ. JJ is also in the audience with us. You might hear him from time to time. He's poking around the table. Yeah, so yeah, besides JJ, I'll stand it off. I got my beautiful wife Stephanie here. Say hi.
Hi.
I got Maria,
Hello.
Jessica,
Hello.
and I got my brother Dimitri.
Yo, what's up?
Yeah, what's up, guys? Glad for you guys to join us and listen to us whenever you're in the car, out the car, wherever you are. Yeah, just gonna be. I mean, what? It's been a month since we did our last podcast. Sorry, guys.
I think so.
Life has been getting us busy, and so we've been trying to finally get time to actually do this. But a lot of things have happened in the last few weeks.
Let's talk about Will Smith.
Let's talk about Willie.
That's like
Big
the only
Will.
thing.
Yeah. I mean, that is something we have to talk about. It's almost like, I mean, to put it in nerd terms, like the snap from Avengers. It's almost like that, where like the slap shocked everybody's core. So if you guys haven't been listening to the news, Will Smith was at the Oscars. Chris Rock came out, was presenting an award, or reading off the nominations for an award. And at the time, he was monologuing and did a joke toward Jada Smith. Will and Jada Smith were sitting in the front. And there's a phone call.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. And then, yeah, as it went, happened, the oh god, it threw me off. As the joke went off, it offended Jada Smith, or apparently it did, and something about her looking like G.I. Jane because she shaved her head.
She lost her.
She lost her hair. Well, yeah, she was losing hair, but she decided to shave her head. And to Chris Rock, it was just a joke, but obviously to Will Smith, he went up stage and slapped Chris Rock, and the entire internet for 10 minutes was Googling, was that real or not? And the entire world saw it. To describe it, that slap is something you would see in a blurry TMZ video on the phone. That's like something like someone getting out of a club, they're drunk, and then all of a sudden two celebrities are fighting. But this was in front of the world. Like Australia saw it. Australia played the unbleeped footage on audio. And was it also Japan was listening to it too? And the entire world saw it. Right in front and center. And so it just shocked everybody. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go around. What you guys think when it first happened?
Are you gonna play it or no?
No.
Oh, okay, good. I was like,
we've all seen
you
it.
play
We've
it?
all seen it.
I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a bit.
Yeah.
But then, like, people were like, what the shit? And then it started getting a little more real.
Well, at the time, I was in New York. No, I'm just kidding. We were watching it, and I was talking to my mom. I think I was talking to my aunt on the phone. And so I was only seeing, like, part of it. But I'm like, I thought it was fake, too. The way he slaps him, and, like, a straight hand, just bam, and then just keeps walking. And the way he kind of just, like, fixes his coat. But it wasn't until I think he dropped the F-bomb that I'm like, oh, this is real.
Well, yeah, because in the American version they obviously bleeped out the entire
read.
sound.
You could
but
read.
No, we thought it was a bit, and I was like, man, Chris Rock's apparently getting a good action, doing some good action scenes because like when he slapped him, it looked fake. It looked so real when he did the slap, but obviously you thought it was fake until you see Will Smith's face yelling back at the stage, and I was like, oh, this shit's real. T, what you think?
So I was actually not watching it live like the rest of you because
I
had visitors come by, so I was outside talking to them.
Those visitors.
Why weren't those visitors watching?
Yeah, I know, right? So we paused when we were watching it, so we were watching it not live when we got back because we were watching the rest of it, and then I saw you post about it, and I was like, what the hell? Like, everybody started posting about it. I'm like, is this real right now? Like, did Will Smith really just go up to Chris Rock and just smack the shit out of him? But I thought it was fake at first. I thought, this is a bit.
There's no way he could do it.
He's gonna walk up to somebody and just slap him? Like, why didn't you punch him?
Just like that? I was like... And there's only been one recorded time where Will Smith actually slapped someone on camera.
Did he try to kiss him?
Yeah, because he tried to kiss him, and it was for like his Men in Black 3 movie. But obviously, because the guy was a prankster, tried to do a prank on Will Smith, and he did kiss him. And of course, I'm gonna slap you for that shit. That's
he tried multiple times, and he's like, "What the fuck, dude? I
yeah.
To kiss me."
And so obviously that for that, but like for Chris Rock, it was just like it was one joke, it was over. But then it's just like Will Smith the camera caught to Will Smith him laughing at the joke.
Yeah.
And then, but it cuts off after that. So then after that, we don't see what happens. But then I've seen other videos started coming out from other celebrities at their points of view. Apparently they're recording, and you see Jada kind of laughing when Will walks back, and I was just like, oh man. And then you see
it's like that evil queen laugh.
Yeah.
Will Smith is like.
There's obviously something going down there. It's crazy. Yeah. Says Stephanie's being goofy with JJ. But yeah, like it just drove everyone crazy, and like the entire internet. That was like the thing for the week. on every talk show, everyone was just like, "What the hell is going on between Chris Rock and Will Smith for it to get this bad?" And people were then split. I haven't seen as much split on TV since Twilight. Team Jacob. Team Jacob or Team, was it Edward? There you go. I haven't seen a split like that since then. I was like, Jesus. Because you had people who are publicly like for Will Smith, like Tiffany Haddish said, I thought that was beautiful because I guess she had an abusive relationship where her man didn't stick up for women. I guess she came from that type of relationship. I was like, okay, I totally get that.
Yeah.
And I get it, but it's like to do it in front of everybody and for it to be like, it was just one quick joke. Everyone gets a joke, like everyone gets, when you had a roast or something like that, you do something, it was one quick joke. But if like Chris Rock was like hamming on Jada Smith like 5 jokes at a time, it's like obviously, it's like you would think someone at Will Smith's caliber would just like give him a look like, dude, this ain't funny no more, but not go up there and slap him in front of everybody. Yeah, Chris Rock did not deserve that. Yeah.
I don't think he deserved it.
No, there's no way he deserved
a slap, but he
definitely
you don't
deserves
make fun of an illness, disability. It's like a no.
Maybe he didn't know.
No,
Did he know?
That's the big question. Did he know?
So,
and I don't think he did.
She came out publicly saying that she has this.
Yeah, but did he know?
Yeah. So that okay. So
I don't know all the shit that's happening.
Yeah. So
I didn't know.
So I'm getting both points of view. Like, so I've listened obviously multiple sources where like obviously she puts her business out there. She talked about too much fucking business sometimes, but obviously not everybody listens to it.
Exactly.
Like, it's like we don't listen to every podcast that's out there. I don't know everything about every celebrity that has a podcast or whatever like that. So obviously, that could have been one of the situations.
Then don't be upset that if somebody mentions your business if you have it out
exactly.
there.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, but again,
I mean, obviously the bulk. If it's something like if it's an actual disease that's just going through, then that's
and
like
also you're right. A slap is just. It's funny because a lot of people like all of the memes are always like, yeah, Will Smith was laughing, but then like Jada like looked at him and he was like, oh, okay, and like he stands up and he like slaps.
Yeah.
So that it was, a slap. Yeah, it wasn't necessary. A simple like the after
stage too. You could have done it afterwards.
Yeah, afterwards. Yeah, slap him out
at the party.
Yeah.
Like even with him just yelling, "Keep my mom or my wife's name out your fucking mouth," he could have just said that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Chris Rock would have gotten.
But I feel like he really reacted super, a lot of emotion.
There was a lot behind it. It wasn't even about.
No,
that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, like I said, he was very emotional because maybe she really did. I don't think her look was to like signal him, hey, you got to be on him or something. But she probably was really hurt about the joke, and maybe he's seen it. Obviously, he makes the look, and he reacted to her being hurt. So
I'd see it as Will being kind of broken in a way. Like, he's been through so much this past couple of years. We're coming out with the cheating and stuff like that.
It's like 2021 stuff.
His wife making him go public with it, and they're all their businesses out there. So I just feel like once he saw his wife unhappy, he had to do something right away to make her happy.
Yeah.
Like it's him trying to do the most for her when that he shouldn't have gone that far with Chris Rock.
Mm-hmm.
There was a comment on a video that I watched of that of what happened, and it said, "Imagine being embarrassed on national television by a woman who embarrassed you on national television."
That's right.
Yeah.
And that is so fucking true.
That is what happened.
You know what? I think yes, the slap, he shouldn't have done it. But even if he did do it, I think that would have been funny. If that would have happened on like BET Awards or like AMAs, American Music, and anything else besides the was this the Oscars or the?
This is the Oscars. This is like the pinnacle of award shows.
Whatever.
Because no one watches it, but like it's the major award.
It's what was behind it that made it bigger. But the slap itself, okay, it was a slap. I mean, even Chris was like,
okay, I give credit to Chris Rock for continuing with that show.
And it's given him so much publicity now that he needs it. But all his shows has been, But I think it was so much behind it. The fact that this is the first time that the Oscars are being held or being produced or directed by an African American gentleman, and there's just so much culture that's being brought to this show, and a lot more views. Not only that, but also 2 black men on television.
Oh yeah, that's just like, ugh. And then it wasn't just, it was a few short years ago that I don't know about Will, but Jada for sure was going on strike about the Oscars for not having a lot of black nominees in the Oscar, and now finally her husband, who happens to win the best the Oscar of like 20 minutes, 30 minutes later, and goes up there and makes a speech, and it's like for best actor. For best actor for the Serena Williams movie, King Richard. Yeah, so he did a really good job on there. He did. It was really good. Like,
don't tell me what happens.
Yeah. Obviously, he raised his daughters and played tennis. But yeah, it's like, so you see the struggle in the movie. But like, it's a really good movie to watch. Yeah, it's just so many things, and I mean, like even if something was going on with Will Smith, like it was so out of character, and it was interesting because at the same time around that same week, Mike Tyson, we all know Mike Tyson, big ass boxer who has a reputation for also getting in brawls, was in a comedy show, and someone came into the audience and started disrupting the comedy show, and Mike Tyson was right in front row, and then he started saying that he had a gun with him and everything.
The man?
The man did. And then he came up, there's video of it on TMZ, and then Mike Tyson comes up to him, and then the guy was just like, I think he was just trying to disrupt everybody, but like, he's like, I have a gun, if anyone comes near me, and then Mike Tyson comes up to him, embraces him, and gives him a hug, and the guy walks off later on with security. But like, he calmed the situation down instead of like making it bigger than it was. And this has come from Mike Tyson, a boxer. And then you think, Will Smith's not going to obviously do anything. We never seen him do anything like this. And then for him to go up there and just slap Chris Rock in front of everybody, and then just shout on the top of his lungs in front of it, that was like a super like big shock to everybody. Like, what? Like, where the hell did this come from? And
I felt really bad for him when he went up there and did his speech.
And then he had to do a speech.
It robbed him.
Oh my!
Instead of the whole focus was on the slap instead of his award now, which he made it. He could have actually apologized. That would have been a better speech, but
he was so mad and you could see how mad he was, how disappointed he was at himself, not at Chris or anybody.
Yeah,
he was mad at Chris because he did not apologize to him.
Yeah,
but
it took him a while to do.
Yeah, but the fact that you could just see it, like so mad that I think he cried because he was mad
for sure,
that happened, not because of anything else. But I stayed watching the Oscars all the way till the end, just because I wanted to watch him win. I'm like, if he doesn't fucking win, this is the first and last time I'm watching the Oscars.
So
I feel like he might have. It was a very spur of the moment type of thing for him because of the whole cheating scandal.
It wasn't cheating, no.
Oh, the entanglement. Sorry, the entanglement and the whole like. How kind of that could be degrading for someone. So he was like,
he did it too.
Yeah, but
it wasn't as
public
as this.
Yeah,
like it wasn't a meme like this. People use the word entanglement for everything, and they pretty much should think of Jada as a kind of a joke, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just for that, and like.
So
I feel like he probably just did it because. He probably heard like the internet saying, "Oh, why didn't Will Smith do anything? Like that's his woman, blah blah blah." So
this
he's
is
probably
his way
just
of
like,
doing something now.
There you go. Yeah, he was.
Where was that slap against Austin? Like, why is it got to be Chris? Why is everyone hate Chris?
Oh my God, the memes that came out, I loved it. I was just like blowing up because like it was just like wow,
so funny.
It's so funny.
I like the Spider-Man one.
The Spider-Man.
I think that was my favorite. It was like that one dude on his phone texting the rest of the Spider-Mans to see if there was also
Andrew Garfield. Yeah, so was it
Fresh Prince references?
Fresh Prince references. So like just recently Will Smith was now banned for 10 years.
Yeah.
In Oscars, he could still win awards, He can still go to the after party show apparently. So like he just can't attend the ceremony itself. And of course, now there's jokes about that because like everyone's kind of like, who wants to attend the Oscars? So they're like, they're boring. They're known for being boring.
They're fucking boring.
Slow. Yeah, and like.
And I don't know any of the fucking movies they talk about.
So obviously the most thing like that annoyed me the most about the Oscars before the slap was the fact that they butchered the "Don't Talk About Bruno" song, and they brought Megan Thee Stallion in there in the middle of it. And I'm like, okay, I mean, I like her, I like her songs and everything, but like the Bruno song, it's you know,
Disney,
it's Disney's pop right there, and it's just like man, and then they made it more. It's I mean they started off really good. It was the actual actress who does Maribel's singing.
Say what you want to say. Yeah. You did not like Megan in it.
I didn't like Megan in it.
Random.
Why not?
No, because it was out of. I was like, wait a minute, is she even in the movie? Because it was playing all the actors from the movie singing it, and then all of a sudden she just shows up, and I was like, oh man.
I love Megan. I love Megan Thee Stallion so much.
I just said, hey,
but it's
it was out of.
Well, I didn't like Becky G in it either.
It's really weird.
But, and then Becky G came in and it shows too. And it's like they made it this big fantastical thing. I was like, that doesn't sound anything like the Bruno song from what we listened to.
Was it like the beginning song, like the opening song?
The very beginning was exactly like how it started. So it was starting off good. I was like, wow, they're actually doing it, and all of a sudden it just and
you
so
didn't see it?
yeah.
I didn't even watch the slap.
They did two Encanto songs actually. The other one was a slow song.
Oh, they did. What's one?
Yeah. That one was good. That one was really good. Yeah, and so that was the only thing that annoyed me, and then Will Smith did the slap, and so now it's like so many of his projects are now on hold because of they don't know how to go through with this. Like Bad Boys 4 is I heard is on hold.
It's not that serious.
I mean, obviously it's gonna blow over, but it's gonna come back within a few weeks or a month or so because both parties haven't come out publicly talking about it except for the Instagram posts.
Some people, I don't know, some famous dude said something like, he'll get off with 7 with good behavior or something.
Yeah, I mean, how many times have we seen celebrities do something illegal
okay,
to get off with good behavior? Yeah, so like he has 10 years, but obviously he can still do movies, still get nominated, so it's not that horrible punishment.
Look, when all these actors get into film, I mean, besides Nicki Minaj, who like really like, well, I mean, they get into it because they love it. I mean, I really don't think these people get into it because they want to be given awards. Yes, you want to be validated and you want to know you like getting the award, but I don't think they do these they do movies because they know they're gonna win a.
No, it's just for their show.
Yeah.
It's just.
Whoever him, I'd be like, publicity. Yeah, I'm like, look, I'm famous. I know I am. People are gonna watch my shit as I slap someone. So I really don't care.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm still gonna be a Will Smith fan.
I'm not the biggest fan.
I mean, not a lot of people. Some are.
I never watched that show.
Man. Okay, so speaking of the show,
are you worried that because we were talking about
it
today? I had the shirt and I was just like,
wait. Did you finish the finale of the?
No, I haven't finished Bel-Air yet.
Okay.
The new one?
The new one.
I've only watched like half of it.
So honestly, I wasn't a fan of them recreating it. And I was like, really? I was like, they're gonna recreate it. I was like, I'm not gonna hate on it, but I'm like, I'm probably not gonna watch it. And then you guys kept talking about it. Mom said she saw it. And I'm like,
isn't it dark?
And it's
more dramatic.
It's I would say it's more realistic.
Are they guns?
Yeah. I wouldn't say yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't say dark. It's more of just realistic. Like, what if someone actually got in a fight in Philadelphia? It had started like some type of gang member that was a leader of it, and Will Smith, the character is named Will Smith, gets involved in it. Obviously, some shit's gonna go down, and so it is very realistic. But the Will Smith character is still very likable, and a lot of the situations are very realistic. The biggest turn of events is how they deal with Carlton. Yeah. That threw me off. I was like, what the heck?
What are they doing with him?
He's not really as goofy. He's more like
and he's on drugs and
he's got like huge anxiety issues because he's always trying to be. His dad's trying to be a politician, like a DA for Los Angeles. And so he's trying to live up, to make himself look good, like a carbon copy of his own dad. Mm-hmm. So there's always expectation there. So like it gets to where he's trying to fit in with his white friends. He's trying to fit in at this nice expensive school over there. And so it gets to him, and then he breaks up with his girlfriend. And we find out later on he he has an ex-girlfriend there, and he has anxiety to the point where he's doing cocaine. And it's just like he's got a drug issue, and it's very interesting. Yeah, it's like we're expecting this fun happy Carlton, and all of a sudden we're like, oh shit, this guy is
Carlton dance.
Yeah, he's the only one that really has the darkest, I guess you can say, darkest story. Yeah, everyone else is actually pretty likable. Like Hillary for sure, like is a lot more likable here.
She's less ditzy. She's more like wants to be on her own and handle her own stuff.
Hillary was the older sister, the one that was always like kind of the valley girl type of like. But yeah, like she's a lot more likable. Ashley's like she's at that age where she's figuring out her sexuality. She's curious, yeah. And oh my god, Jeffrey the butler.
That was a big twist.
That is okay. I mean, no, it's a twist where we finished it, but we like I'm not gonna spoil anything for you. But like we don't know what he is. He's hot. So. Okay.
He's not a butler in this. He's a property manager.
He's a property where he's like he's titled as he's titled as a property manager, but basically he does him and
just kidding.
Yeah.
Wait, what's his name?
Jeffrey.
Oh, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Jeffrey is hot.
So
he's from what do you call it? In Issa Rae's show.
Really?
Yeah. You serious? Which one? The first one?
Is he? No, is he?
He's definitely a mysterious character.
He's mysterious because we don't know what he is. Like he says, like when it gets to a situation where it talks about, you know, Will Smith's deal with the drug dealer back in Philadelphia, and then Jeffrey is like, don't worry about it, and it's like, okay, I was like, I'll take care of it, don't worry, and it's like, wait, what do you mean, don't worry about it? And like someone's after me. Yeah, so like he's a completely mysterious character. And
I like the show. I really do.
Yeah, it's like one of the podcasts I listened to was like, if you guys wanted a black 007, that is your guy right fucking there. I was like, dude, this guy is good. And like, I don't know, he plays it so well. So
he almost reminds me like Idris right here.
Yeah, yeah.
I like Idris. He has an accent too.
Yeah, he's British. Yeah, British accent. Yeah.
I think going back to Will Smith, I liked Will Smith way before he was with Jada.
Yeah.
I like the old Will Smith, but now that he's with Jada,
I like the old Will.
Yeah.
I think
I feel like Jada just messed him up.
I think the last movie, like for sure, like I definitely still loved him in a comedy one was Hitch. Yeah. Hitch was such a good movie. I was like, I still watch that from time to time. Where he plays a guy that like tries to help other people, you know, find dates.
Yeah, I think I liked him in the Hot Boys or the Bad Boys.
Bad Boys. Oh yeah, Bad Boys for sure was good.
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm bringing this up because like Baylor is produced by Will Smith, and so it's like after this whole slap thing, like okay, they definitely lead off to a season 2, but it's like, are they gonna have a season 2 with Will Smith? It's all on hold. Yeah.
Wait, did it leave off in a suspenseful
so
type thing?
if you don't care about watching the whole series, I recommend watching the last episode.
It does get cheesy, but I will.
The last episode for sure.
Okay, but is it like another type of Full House?
No.
No.
It's more of a drama.
Yeah.
But you know how Full House, they started doing this Fuller House thing?
No, it's definitely
it's
not cheesy in that way.
Okay.
It's more realistic, more like about today's events and just like the whole Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah.
But it's not like super heavy.
Yeah, it's not super heavy on it. They definitely hint at, you know, stuff that's going on in the background.
Well, I mean, if you guys enjoyed it and your mom also enjoyed it, I mean, it hits in different.
You can give it a try, but I definitely recommend like, hey, I'm probably gonna only.
Through where?
I would start at the very last episode.
Prime.
Yeah.
No, watch all of it.
I'll watch.
Oh, we watched it on Peacock. Yeah. Start watching.
I think they're like.
Let us know. Let us know what you think when you see the last episode, because that got to us. That got to us.
Girl, I was crying for 2 days.
Oh man, it got to us.
I have unresolved issues.
Okay. Because
so I'm a crazy.
Yeah. and so like I say, I'm not saying it's dark. It's just realistic. It's what some people go through, and it's just like they decided to bring that to light instead of making it all a comedy all the time. Yeah. So it's like wow. Yeah. So let's see what else is new. Batman's coming out on HBO.
Thank God.
Great transition. Yeah. It's called The Batman with Robert Pattinson.
How many more Batmans we need?
Wait,
Rob,
when is it coming out?
you know Edward?
No, I
from-
know, but the movie?
The
Or-
movie.
Oh,
It's
okay.
coming on HBO Max. Because
Oh,
they
can I
have-
come watch
they-
it here?
Yeah, you can watch it here. Yeah. It is close to a 3-hour movie.
You guys went to the theater.
We went to the theater and saw it,
Oh,
and
forgot
it blew us
say yes
away.
to that.
Yeah, it blew us away. It was.
It's
It's definitely worth, like, if you watch it in parts, like, I'll watch an hour today, hour tomorrow. Yeah, like you might like it better. But yeah, 3 hours might be too long for you. But it's definitely worth the watch because it's like a lot more. God, I mean. It's a lot more darker, but it's just like the storyline.
The villain in this one.
That white guy.
His name the Riddler. That's the main
Oh, Riddler,
villain.
yeah.
But there are other villains hinted in the movie. Like there's a penguin played by Colin Farrell. You know what he looks like, right? I'm sure.
I see it.
He plays the penguin. It's just like what a transition. Like they put on the makeup on him,
Yeah.
and there's
They don't even need makeup on.
yeah. I think it's confirmed already, but I'm not entirely sure. But like that they're doing a Penguin spin-off series based
whole
on this
series?
character. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So Colin
I
Farrell.
think
Let's see.
you would totally do
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So the way they set it up, like they go full on out like Batman. Like it's got a mixture of everything. Like how like if you listen to some of the audiobooks or audio motion comics, it's got that vibe. But then also like something for you if you like something dramatic or something cool, and it's definitely worth the watch.
I like Edward.
Yeah. Yeah, she loved it. She was like, I'm gonna go see Batman again another day. Yeah.
Definitely skeptical about him being Batman, but I've heard good things.
It was, yeah.
You got over it.
I was like, he was a vampire, now he's gonna be Batman. I was like, oh, that's crazy.
You know,
I thought the same thing too.
You know that movie he was in about 9/11?
Was he a firefighter or
No,
something?
he his dad dies in 9/11.
Ooh.
And so it's the movie is kind of weird because it kind of goes to the beginning and then the end, so it kind of jumps back and forth. But it's the relationship. Well, now spoiler alert. It's the relationship that he has with his dad. It's an old ass movie.
Wow.
It's a relationship that he has with his dad, but at the end it turns out it's like kind of unresolved because the dad dies.
It is.
I forget. But that it gives me that vibe. Like Edward's always, or whatever his fucking name is, he's always playing those type of like dark type of
So in the movie, the Batman, he's only been Batman for 2 years, and so he's very young. He's still learning as Batman, like how to do all this shit. But it's very interesting to see him work around, and I don't know what Warner Bros. is doing, but whatever. If they continue with this guy, that seems like a best bet. It's really good, and the director had so much confidence that there's a deleted scene where they didn't put in the movie, but they decided to throw it in HD and they put it on YouTube. They're like, "Hey, here's a scene." Yeah, he spoiled it for himself, but but there's a scene of a character who we don't see in the movie, and we do get hints of it, but then they put on a full-on YouTube video. Oh, here's the character. Here's a scene that we didn't want to put in there because they didn't want to like.
Who is it? Tell me. Is it the Riddler? I'm probably never gonna watch it.
I thought it was an after credit scene, and then
No.
I watched it, and it was like
It's like in the
10
middle.
minutes.
It's like the
10
middle.
minutes
It's a
long.
10-minute long scene. Oh. What else is going?
Tell me.
It's the Joker.
Oh, okay.
It's the
Who plays
Which-
the Joker?
You don't know. I don't think.
Yeah, you wouldn't
Definitely
recognize
not
him.
Jared
Yeah.
Leto.
He was in the Internals.
Who?
It's the kid with the weird haircut in the Internals.
He's what?
He's the Joker.
Eternals?
Is it?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's that weird guy with a nose and a weird haircut. A short
The guy
haircut.
from the Eternals?
Yeah. From the Marvel movie, yeah, Eternals. And so he plays the Joker. Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh,
No,
I
just
The
wait.
Eternals? Wait, who?
Barry.
Yeah.
The one that you were like.
You thought he was cute?
That's what I said.
No!
That's what I said.
In front of me?
But I was noticing this Joker is not like
Him?
Yep, that's him.
Wow.
it seems like this Joker, him and Batman have already fought
Yeah.
together,
I can
so
totally
it's
see
like
it, too.
some history they have going on. Because
So,
the Joker looks fucked up.
This Joker, yeah.
He looks like he got knocked the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Burned and cut
Yeah.
up and everything.
Oh my god.
He looked tortured.
He's the Joker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he in the movie? Like, or just in that clip?
He shows up part like in the shadows of the movie, but in the YouTube clip they show him in full.
Do you
Like,
think?
what's that?
Do you think this movie was well casted?
Yeah.
Because
It
this
was
guy
great.
seems like he could be a total
So-
good. Thank you.
So, I mean, don't look it up because you're gonna spoil it for yourself. But like whoever,
It is.
yeah,
That's pretty good. And if you're telling me Colin,
he doesn't. No, that's not. That's
that is him.
No, that's him. But that's someone like doing fan art. Yeah. Or something like that. That's not really what it looks like in the movie. Yeah. In the movie, it's creepy as fuck. It's like Hannibal Lecter vibes. Yeah. It's crazy.
Nice. So this Batman is way darker than
It's way darker and it's more, and they give Catwoman a good story. That's interesting. That's what surprised us. I was like, whoa. Played by Zoe Kravitz.
Who plays one of the originals? Not Halle Berry, but
the original
Catwoman. Am I thinking of Michelle Pfeiffer?
Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah, she was Catwoman.
I liked her.
Oh yeah, she was good.
She was crazy.
Very sexy, very
on edge.
Oh, Anne Hathaway was? She was.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight movies.
Bale's movie.
Remember that one with Bane? We had the mask on. Yeah. Anne Hathaway was in there.
She wasn't memorable, apparently.
Oh, speaking of Batman, they released a picture of Michael Keaton as Batman, returning as Batman.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
it looks pretty good.
That was a pretty good costume.
In the Flash movie.
It needs to be colder.
So it's like.
Oh, speaking of like cancel culture and all that stuff, because like a lot of people are like,
full look of him, but.
Oh wow.
Let me see.
Yeah, he looks.
I said we don't get a full look of him.
Yeah, that's how they show up. He shows up.
He shows him up all.
Sorry guys,
like
we're looking at. If you haven't seen it, there's a Joker YouTube clip. Yeah, it looks great. Check it out.
Because the Joker is always played more on the jokeful side.
And Heath Ledger did a good combination of jokey and dark at the same time.
And obviously, what's his name? The last Joker movie. The Joker. Joker.
Oh God!
Yeah.
But I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
Is it Antonio?
Joaquin something.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's right, Joaquin. I thought you were talking about the other one from Justice League, from Suicide Squad. Jared Leto.
Which I feel bad for him. Both those movies flopped for him.
Yeah.
He wasn't a good Joker, and I'm sorry, Morbius.
I've heard about Morbius. I was like, nah.
He was good to see.
It's good to see. It's good to see. I was gonna say, about cancel culture. So, there's a guy that's in the Justice League who plays the Flash. I don't know if you've seen him.
Oh my God, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring so not only is he on Flash, he's also in those new Harry Potter movies.
Fantastic
Beasts, and yeah, so like people have been like screaming of like Will Smith to get canceled and everything like that. Obviously, Will Smith is not gonna get canceled. He only did a slap, but this guy, I keep forgetting his name. Ezra Miller. There you go. He apparently got. What do you mean they?
They go by day.
Oh, they go by. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, they like he had. I'm sorry. He's going up. They attacked a couple like just doing karaoke or something like that, and then he.
It wasn't the first time he's done something like that though. This is the second.
Oh, it's the first
Yeah, he's had another. Yeah.
I know I'm not supposed to. I'm sorry, but it's warm.
Yeah. There was another issue where they attacked a woman as well, and then they also attacked a couple in Hawaii, and so he's got multiple reports about him attacking people.
I've seen a video of them just kind of like dancing at it.
You think it's?
And so now Warner Brothers is like okay, here's our actor about to be in this Flash movie that's supposed to be a big hit, hopefully this year or later next year. And now they're like, DC, man. Yeah, and now they're like, and then he's also in some of the Fantastic Beasts, new Harry Potter movies. Well, he plays the Flash in these.
What's the Flash?
I'm not gonna get into it, but he's a superhero, kind of like related to Superman and all that stuff.
From
Superman, Batman, all that stuff. But anyways, so he has this big movie coming out. Now Warner Bros. Is like, this guy has harassed and now like has multiple charges on him for not burglarizing. What did he do again, Maria?
Probably just battery.
Yeah. So it's like now Warner Bros. Is like, battery and assault. So it's like now they're like, okay, did we just cut him out, cut him loose, recast a new guy, or yeah.
Perks of a Wallflower.
Yeah.
Wow, that's how far back they go, and I'd never heard of them. Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's a Flash.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's a movie where he goes through either alternate universes or back in time or whatever. So Michael Keaton's gonna be in that movie because he's gonna play Batman, probably a different alternate universe then.
we'll get more into multiple realities when we get closer to Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
It's getting crazy. But speaking of, okay, let's skip all this fantasy stuff. Let's go to somewhat realistic. Love is Blind.
Love is Blind.
Love is Blind.
Love is Blind.
Yeah.
I probably watched like 2 episodes of it. I didn't really.
Well,
Sarah watched it without me, basically. So
damn it! We need your other half over here.
I watched
Sarah.
whatever she was watching, but from what I got from it, it seemed pretty interesting. It was just like this whole.
He said, "Let's go to something more real."
Wait.
No, I know, right?
It seemed interesting.
It's definitely interesting, like how
Wait, is it Love or Blind or the proposal?
So
or the ultimatum? Is that what you're?
There's one show called Love is Blind. We finished that a few weeks ago, and then there's a new one called Ultimatum, which happened just like last week. We
With the
watched
same host.
both. Yeah, the same host, Nick Lachey and what's her name?
Vanessa.
Vanessa. Yeah, this girl, and they're really good hosts. I mean, they deal with the when it comes to reunion and everybody comes back and they clash.
She is.
Yeah, cause there's this guy there in Love is Blind whose name is like Abhishek or Shake. Yeah. And like he's very narcissistic, and he's always like he's obviously he picked this girl who just happens to be Indian herself, and at first it looks like he's physically attracted to her, but then later on when they go on this honeymoon stage, like, you know, she's trying to make out with him and he's kind of pulling away, and then all of a sudden he starts talking to some of the other guys like, dude, it's like hanging out with my aunt or something like that. It's like the things he says about her is just like degrading, and then like he doesn't even say sorry about it at the reunion, and he's faced right in front of her, and like all the other girls are defending her, and it's like a full-on like clash.
So did they divorce or something?
Obviously they didn't get married because the whole thing's leading up to like, are they gonna get married or not? She chose the right choice of not getting married. But then it's like up to the episodes, like they don't clash.
Spoiler.
Yeah, a little spoiler. Obviously, because
I'm
you're
not
not
gonna
gonna
watch
get.
it.
Obviously, like I would recommend seeing the reunion though, because it's pretty crazy to see. But like obviously they don't get married, but like they never clash in the episodes, and then when they get to the marriage, it's surprising because she's in this beautiful wedding dress and she's like, no, I'm not gonna marry you, and then you find out why, and then you hear all this stuff that he says behind her back. And like, you know, like she's like, like I'm not attracted to her at all.
How old
It's
are
weird.
they?
And huh?
How old are they?
Oh, he's got to be like in his 30s, early 30s. Yeah.
They all age between like mid-20s and like early 30s.
They're getting married.
About that.
Yeah.
They're getting married. They got married. They get married.
And so, one of the craziest things he says is that obviously Nick Lachey and his wife are right there, Vanessa, and he's like, and then all the girls are right there that were on the show, and he's like, I'm just gonna let you know, like because he's a veterinarian veterinarian. And he's like, I'm like an animal. I'm attracted to whatever like I feel like, and like I'm not attracted to any of these ladies. The only one I'm really attracted to is Vanessa. And he's like, she's pointing at Nick Lachey's wife right in front of him, and everyone's just like, what? And then Vanessa just like Vanessa finally like stops being like the calm host and finally gets real with him and lays it out on him. I can't remember completely what but she gets real and it's like, and Nick Lachey just like looking at him like, what the fuck? It's like, oh my god, yeah, he come after my wife like that, and so obviously like there was a happy ending later on that she ended up having a connection with someone else, and like TMZ obviously was following him for weeks. It was funny, but like yeah, that was a crazy ass reunion where like we were like, let's fill up our glasses again. We were constantly drinking because like this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy the way he thinks.
You want the ice in there?
No, I wanted it to be cool to chill a little, but I don't want it to water down.
Yeah.
I feel like it's already kind of watering down a bit.
Yeah. And then the ultimatum, that is another crazier one. How would you describe it? You want to describe it?
The ultimatum is such a train wreck of a show. It just...
Was it good? Because I only seen like 1 or 2 episodes.
A train wreck.
Is that Netflix or what is that?
I don't think... I wish I honestly... You seen those videos where people... They're sitting down and the outside there's the future them going, don't do it! Don't do it! That is me watching this fucking
So basically it's these couples that go on a show and they get to date other people but only if they want to, and then they get like some kind of ultimatum. They're like, okay, do you want to marry me or do you want to
go
still
off with the next
be
person?
single or explore or whatever?
So they're not married yet.
So there's like 6 couples or something like that. Each one goes there, and one of the significant others has given the other one an ultimatum, like we've been together for like 2 years. Are you gonna marry me or not? Are you gonna marry me or not? And like yeah. And by the way, these couples are young. No offense, but like they're like in their early 24, 23. Because they're not thinking through in a relationship. They obviously think 2 years is long enough for them to think about getting married already.
I know
I was saying no offense.
I knew at 23, 24, I wasn't ready to get married.
Because you thought I'd be.
I know.
And these couples were thinking serious about getting married, and it's just like it's so weird. And I was like, okay, fine, you want to put, and so like they give the other people push them into the show, and then so it's like, okay, we're gonna go on dates with other significant others. So you're gonna do like a speed dating. While your significant other is watching you do a speed date.
So it's all between each other.
So it's awkward as fuck. So yeah,
they see some of the like the first few nights they have within the first few weeks or so, like they have dates and they can date around with one another, and while their other partners are pretty much watching their whole interaction too. So during some of the episodes or during some of the scenes, you see one of like the girls coming in and barging in back with their with their old boyfriend. Or vice versa. So it's like it's so freaking awkward that even happens. And then like the next week, apparently, like at the end of that week, they have to like decide if they wanna, if they
want to live with them for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, want to live with another person, with them for 3 whole weeks. And
get
so
a vibe from them.
it's during that episode where it's like so awkward and cringy.
Yeah.
Because they're finally choosing the couples are finally choosing other people, and it gets kind of messy because there's this one guy who wants to date. He ends up like going down like the line. Oh well, this person's already taken. Let me go to the next one. Blah. So it's just,
so he's just looking for another date then.
Basically.
Yeah. Instead of wanting to be with whoever he was already with.
Exactly. He's like, oh well, I'm just
That's
gonna go.
stupid.
But then he ends up completely failing. So he's pretty much out.
He's off on his own.
Yeah, he's
Sounds like a game.
No.
In the way they start playing it like a game show, but obviously this like
it's supposed to be like real because at the end some of them end up some of them end up getting married with with the person that they get with, and some of them don't end up getting.
There's a show very similar to that. It's not like an ultimatum or anything like they're together, but it's X on the Beach.
I've heard of that.
Is that on Netflix?
Where it's like these people are actually single, so it's like it's on Netflix. These people are actually single, and so they're all like in like a beach house or whatever, and they're all getting to know each other. But one by one, like their exes start coming to the house. So either they get the option to explore back with their ex, or they can vote off. But they vote off people, so they can either like vote off their ex if they're not vibing with them, or maybe their ex starts liking somebody in the house, so the ex ends up staying. So it's kind of like you have to get people to like you or like want to date you, or you have to get back together with your ex.
Oh wow!
So it's kind of like a dating.
Yeah, it's
house. So it's pretty interesting.
I recommend
that one's a lot better than probably The Proposal.
Yeah, I think I got more buzz than in the last few weeks because of watching these shows. Because like it's like you need a drink in your hand. Watch it.
Of them.
Yeah, like, it was like had like a 2 or 3 week break, and then all of a sudden we jumped right into the 8 episodes in. Like you have 8 episodes on Netflix for Ultimatum. I was like, wow, that's a lot to take in.
Yeah, so it's just crazy. It's just a weird show.
Yeah, but I mean.
It was definitely entertaining, but
it was entertaining. I think it's best to watch it with a group because you're just gonna get mad at yourself. And that's how I recommend it.
Because you need to be
have some drinks, have a group, and you need some fun energy to throw out there. Because you're just like pissed off at these couples where it's like, why are you doing
this?
Like
I'm mad for you.
I know.
I don't know how Sarah watches it by herself.
My friend Andrea told me she watch it at work. Like, how do you work and do this at the same time? Like I would be so distracted by what the stupid couples do. Hi, Gigi.
He's so mad at the people on the show.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Any other topics you want to bring up? Shows.
Show-wise, I watched Something About Pam. Pam and Tommy. No. Something About Pam.
I know what you're thinking
about. Not that one. I started watching that one. On my way to work. I'm just kidding. I started watching it, but you really have to sit down and enjoy it. Something About Pam is with Renee Zellweger.
Oh, okay.
She's coming out in quite a few things, but this is just a quick series. It's 6 episodes, and I think it's based on real life. It's so it's this
kind of wacky lady. She ends up plotting this whole thing where she kills her neighbor. The woman has cancer, but I guess she somehow like stabs her a shitload of times and ends up getting some money from it. She somehow got this lady to sign off for an insurance, but it names her the beneficiary instead of her daughter. So she gets all this shitload of money, and they blame it all on the husband, and they say that the husband is the one who had killed her. So he goes to jail, and the lady's just crazy. I just really watched it because Renee Zellweger can really put on a character. Like,
yeah, I didn't recognize her in the trailer. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, she's really funny. She makes it. She makes you hate that character, but it's interesting. It's just like 6 episodes.
What shows you been watching, JJ?
Cars,
and more Cars. Yeah, you were talking about Pam and Tommy. By the way, yeah, Bucky's been getting some work. I keep calling him Bucky. Sebastian Stan.
Yeah. He's in it?
Yeah. He plays Tommy.
Oh,
wow.
I know.
We just saw a trailer for another show that he's in. Apparently, he looks like he's playing some type of Hannibal Lecter like type.
Fresh. It's on HBO.
I thought it was like you.
Yeah, I thought it's like between that mixture of that. But yeah, like man, that guy's getting some work. I was like, damn, dude. But anyways, yeah, go ahead. Is it good?
No, it's. Oh, Pam and Tommy, I've only watched like a couple of episodes so far, but it's pretty good. But I was gonna mention on HBO Max, Pretty Little
things.
Liars.
No. Not Pretty Little Liars. White Little Lies or some shit like that. With Zoe Kravitz, that girl from
New Girl.
No.
Reese, are you talking about
Yes.
Reese Witherspoon?
Yes. Wasn't
And Scandal?
Yeah.
Olivia. I mean, that one was on Netflix or on Hulu.
Oh, there was
No. We're checking our sources, guys.
Shows I just finished watching was Good Morning America.
Good Morning America.
Wait,
wait.
Good Morning.
Was it Good Morning? Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
That's
I
a really
Good Morning.
good show.
Good Morning.
Okay. Good Morning America.
It was the news one with
The Morning Show. Something like that.
yeah, the morning show.
With Jennifer
Why is it Good
Aniston.
Morning America?
Isn't Jennifer Aniston in it?
Yeah, Jennifer Aniston. and
Oh,
Reese
okay. Okay.
That one was really good.
That one's
That
on
one's really
Apple Plus, right?
Yes.
We don't know about that.
No, yeah, it's really good. Insane.
Very suspenseful. It's more about like the Me Too movement.
Oh, really?
No, it's really good.
Like
though.
Steve
It's
Carell
really
gets is one of the people that get like first thrown into the Me Too movement.
What?
Yeah.
Not Steve Carell. You leave
Yeah.
him alone.
Which I thought was weird that they casted him, but he ended up being pretty good
he
at
was
it.
really
Yeah. So
Man.
The second season, is it out or is it?
yeah, 6 seasons out.
I need to watch it.
Yeah, that's how I got into it. I was like, okay, I gotta watch the 6th season.
The girl from Plainville
Plainville.
with Elle Fanning.
Sounds familiar.
That was another
Yeah,
one based.
Dakota Fanning sister.
Yeah. It's based on real life. The girl, so her boyfriend, and I say that in quotes, they text back and forth forever, and the girl pretty much tells him you should kill yourself because he keeps saying he's going to kill himself.
Oh my god! I saw the trailer for that.
The girl from Plainville. She plays a really good character.
Wow.
If you don't want to see that show and want to get like a quick movie see a quick movie, what's Zendaya and that one girl? What's that one girl that Bella Thorne? Bella Thorne did a movie of it a few years back. You don't even like. I think it's on the Hallmark Channel or some shit like that.
Oh, of course.
But yeah, it's like an 1.5 hour movie that she does, but it's the same thing. So he's like, I think I'm gonna kill myself and stuff like that, and she's always like, no, don't do it. You know, your family's gonna miss you. But then all of a sudden, just everything switches, and she ends up. I think she gets tired of him, and it's like, yeah, you should. You always say you're gonna do it, but you don't. And he ends up
it is intense.
putting something in his car that like
carbon dioxide.
Yeah. So he pretty much dies of that. And she becomes like obsessed with the family, but eventually they find her phone, and this happened a few years ago.
Yeah, I remember it was on the news. Yeah.
That one, and then The Dropout.
Oh, Big Little Lies. I think you said you watched. So good. Oh my god, it made me cry so hard.
Yeah, know, the show was good that I just watched. I haven't watched all of it because I kind of walked in and just started watching it when it was being played. But home economics. No. I think it's just economics.
Economics?
No, home economics. There you go.
Home economics?
Isn't that an old
Yeah.
one?
Huh?
Isn't that an old one?
No.
Check your sources, people.
It's with Eric from that '70s show.
Oh wait, that's not a show.
I know what you're talking about. It's on ABC, right?
Yeah.
Is it a
I think so. I'm pretty sure it's on Hulu.
It's on Hulu, but it comes out on ABC.
Yeah.
We don't watch
television.
So it's like they're all.
It looks funny.
It's like 3 siblings, and they all like fight or whatever. But lately they've been getting along, and then like the main character Eric, he, like narrates everything. Well, his name's not Eric, but I call him.
I know
show.
Yeah.
That's what I'm used to.
Yeah.
But, he's writing a book about everybody in his family. So
wow.
Yeah. So they I watched one of the episodes where like they get a hold of his email about the book, and so like they all get pissed off at him. But like the parents end up loving it. So it's just like
wow.
He's kind of like.
What?
Do I write the book? Do I not write the book? And then he finally gets approval from his family to write the book. So that's kind of where I left off with it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wait, it's on Hulu?
ABC.
Yeah. ABC.
Oh, wait. Oh,
Hulu.
Oh, okay. Definitely worth checking out.
Yeah. It's pretty funny. It's comedy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We need some of that then.
Yeah.
After watching something like
Love is Blind. Love is
I like
show Moonlight's out.
shows like that.
Moonlight? Oh, Moon Knight. Yeah.
Moon
They said
Knight.
Moon Knight, the movie. I was like, Moon Knight. Oh, Moon Knight is crazy.
Moon Knight.
It's new superhero. Oscar Isaac. Remember that? That's right?
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac. Yeah, he.
hotness ever eaten.
Oh, I saw a thing. Is this on Disney?
Yeah.
It's on Disney Plus.
I saw.
It's worth the watch.
I was trying to get cars for him, and that kept popping up, and I was like, "Why is this on Disney?"
It's Moon Knight.
It's really good.
It's good.
I haven't watched the second or the third. Actually, no, that's a lie. I haven't watched the third.
Third episode?
Yeah, third episode.
Oh,
I
man,
just
it's
watched
good.
the new one. So.
Yeah, it's crazy. Being excited with all these like shows that we're watching, all of a sudden, next thing you know, it's Wednesday. It's like, oh, Moon Knight's out. Let's watch it. Fucking watch that.
He was on X-Men?
He
yes.
played Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was in Star Wars.
And he was. Oh my, I completely forget he was in Star Wars. Yeah. Yeah. Because he's
That's
such.
where I remember him from.
Yeah, it's like. He's
Well, yeah, because you can actually see his face and he's all covered.
He's all blue.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Let's do most anticipated movie of the year that you're waiting for.
I think Thor: Love and Thunder. For me.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta go Marvel. Marvel always does something big, so that's probably the best one for me. I know Doctor Strange is coming out, but I think Love and Thunder is gonna be tops that.
I mean, with what's your movie?
Cars.
5? I don't know. Cars 4? I'm sorry.
What are some movies like
I for sure can't wait for Top Gun.
I'm sure you are.
It's not a Marvel movie.
Buzz
Lightyear.
Lightyear, Doctor Strange, Black Adam with The Rock,
That's on my notes.
Wakanda Forever, Thor, Love and Thunder, something with Jurassic Park, Nope, Spider-Man,
Oh, Nope. I want to watch that one.
Oh, Spider-Man 2. That's
Avatar
right.
2,
Which we've been waiting for like 15
Avatar
years for that
2?
damn
Oh
movie.
my god.
Don't Worry Darling, what else?
I've been waiting for Avatar 2 for like since 2009.
Minions,
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the trailer for
Superheroes, Elvis, Halloween Ends.
It's the one directed by
Bob Burger's the movie.
Oh yeah.
There's a Super Mario movie supposed to come out.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know when.
Creed,
Creed 3.
Oh yeah, there's a
I'm
Creed
excited
3?
for Creed 3.
Damn.
The Devil's Light,
I love all
Okay, now you just
those
name it
movies.
movies.
Pinocchio. Is Pinocchio the one that everyone's been talking about?
It's with Tom Hanks. He's gonna be
Geppetto.
Oh no!
Geppetto,
Yeah. So have you guys seen all those memes of some Pinocchio on? Is it TikTok or?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
He
like
sounds
the gay
very
Pinocchio or something.
Gay, yeah.
That's very gay.
He does.
There's
Oh my
another
God.
movie I'm
Yeah.
excited for. It's Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
That's gonna be good, dude. Oh my
It's another
god.
Spider-Verse movie.
The first one won an Oscar.
Yeah.
No.
I actually want to see and it's out right now. Ambulance.
Oh,
that was
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Because we were just watching him on SNL. He's actually pretty good on there. Because he hosted SNL.
He's funny.
Yeah. I was like,
I
still
forgot
remember
they're
the first.
making a Hocus Pocus 2, so I'm hoping
Holy
that comes
shit,
out
that's
by
right.
October.
Oh, sorry. Back to shows. The Kardashians. On Hulu.
Oh yeah, watch it first.
It was funny.
How many many
It
more
was
Kardashians
fun.
we need.
Kim Kardashian has beef. Do you guys know the video game Roblox?
Yeah.
Oh, we heard about it. Yeah, we were.
It was so funny. She was like, I'm gonna sue everybody.
Oh,
Find
yeah, we
resources
What is
and
the
time.
She's a damn lawyer.
It's a kid game.
I'm gonna
It's
burn
so
all of
funny.
them to the ground.
You know what? Valid, but it was just so funny. I think because Roblox is such like a meme for kids my age.
Real?
It's
That's
and
funny. It's like a game.
They're making
Jesus.
another
Wow.
Jeepers Creeper.
And yeah, just the fact that she was like beefing with them is kind of funny.
Yeah, so we watched the first episode earlier today, and we watched the scene where her son finds like an ad for her supposed new sex tape.
He is so
I was like, wow.
I think someone was saying something about how convenient that this comes out, that there was there's some new footage of her, and so it's just a bunch. I'm like, come on, it's just a show. It's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's produced by them too, so it's like obviously they can cut and edit any footage they want.
I never watched the Kardashians. Keeping Up with the Kardashians. We didn't have cable like that. So if we did watch, if we ever watched anything, it might have been through Hulu. But I never sat down.
Just
and
watch
watched.
TMZ. They can record them all the time.
So watching them now is like, okay, I get it. Something to maybe turn on in the background. But
It is impressive to see how much their empire is like what's her name? Kylie. Like the one, I think she's like the billionaire.
They all have it.
Yeah. It's like holy shit! Like you see the insights of.
Probably Rob's even a billionaire.
I don't even what does.
With his socks brand.
He has a sock brand. Oh
Yeah.
god.
Yeah. Arthur or something.
Wow.
Robert?
What? Yeah.
Kardashian?
Apparently.
He has a sock brand.
What else? Oh, I'm a best man.
Woo!
I'm a best man. I'm a best man. If you guys don't know, my brother Dimitri is getting married, and I've been named best man. Yeah, in the most awesome way possible.
Gotta do a Marvel star.
The Marvel theme. Each groomsman is given a stone from the Infinity Gauntlet, and so I got the Power Stone. My son got the Soul Stone, and my other brother Dominic got the Space Stone. Yeah.
Wait, your cousin got
And then my cousin Benny got the Mind Stone.
Stone.
The Nerd Stone. Shut up, Jessica. If this was Sailor Moon, you'd be all in this.
Hey, Vision's a badass, even though he dies like twice.
So it's an awesome gift, and so
Describe what you got. You got
it's a cuffling. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a stone, but it's the cufflinks for your suit. So now they're doing full on wedding planning. And I definitely want to do like a wedding planning, wedding talk podcast with other couples that are about to get married. We have a couple of them we know. So that should be a fun one. But yeah, man, thank you for that, man. Opportunity.
We're also godparents.
And you're also godparent. Yeah, you guys are baptizing my son in a few weeks.
Get to dunk him in some water.
Yeah, now it's weeks. It's not months. Now it's weeks.
I was working on the favors today.
Oh yeah.
I stuck little stickers to 400 kisses, chocolate kisses. I bought little chocolate kisses, and I bought little stickers at the bottom that say Julian's baptism,
nice.
God bless Julian. And so I was just sticking them, so they're all cute.
Yeah, so that's gonna be fun to watch him get dunked. I don't have no idea how I was gonna react.
Yeah, the other day I was like,
He's gonna
man, hopefully I'm at the front. Hopefully I can get up to the front so I can see it. And then I'm like,
you're gonna be there.
You're gonna be holding him.
I know.
Literally.
I know, I'm gonna be holding it.
I'm gonna bring my
Like a chicken
poncho.
nugget onto the ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring a poncho.
That's gonna be interesting.
I'm a little worried about that.
Probably
Yeah.
I feel like he's.
We're gonna keep him outside the whole time until it's like,
Literally.
okay, it's time.
Let's just do it real quick, dunk him, or if you have
Contain
to,
him outside.
father, get a squirt gun or something.
Just kiss him around.
Just really, don't let him go. I mean, yeah.
I
You
feel like
guys
he's
know
not
how
gonna
long
like
it's
it.
gonna be?
Half an hour.
Half an hour.
Oh, just half an hour?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Movie.
So my son's gonna be flipping all over the place, so hopefully we can hold him still just enough for the water to get on
He's
him.
gonna want it.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. We'll
Oh,
take
my-
some snacks to keep him quiet. I think if you pop a Reese's in his mouth from time to time, he'll
Pop a
shut
Reese's?
apart, yeah.
Oh, so, oh god.
sense. Like as he starts to cry, just put a little M&M. I mean, it's gonna be all like the white suit's gonna be all chocolate, but
yeah, he's gonna have a full-on white suit. So
he's gotten better about keeping the chocolate in his mouth.
That's true.
What you want?
All right. Well, JJ wants to play, so we'll cut it off there. But thank you guys so much for listening in. Thank you, Maria, for being here.
No problem.
Jessica.
Bye-bye.
And Dimitri.
Yes, sir.
And JJ.
And JJ and Stephanie. Whether you're in the car, out the car, wherever you are, thank you guys so much for listening. And see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.